go for lunch. When supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
In the freezing tundra of North Dakota, located just south of the Canadian line, there's a home.
Cheshire getting hooked from behind. Now he tips it in 2-on-1 here. Here's Shane Cheshire. Shoot! He scores! Shane Cheshire does it all himself. End to end he goes and picks the top corner. It's 2-1 Minot State with 12:49 to go in the third period.
For one of college hockey's top programs.
Nolan is the Illini set up. Nolan across. Ernsting has some room to walk in. Goes down back door. Oh, what a save! Bukowski just robbed Ribble back door. That is grand larceny.
The two-time and defending national champions, the Minot State University Beavers.
Leincar 2-on-2 now. Leincar cutting in. Leincar fires a shot. Scores! Kirkland Leincar is in overtime. And the Beavers win 5-4 as he roofs it top corner.
It's time for MSU Beavers hockey.
Robinson goes down low for Swedlow. Swedlow with a wrapper. Scores! Yo, Swedlow catches Addison sleeping. Catches him with the wraparound. And 2 goals in 2 minutes. Minot State leads 2-0.
This presentation on the Prostlye Production Network is brought to you by First International Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, United Agronomy, Granite Springs Water and Ice, Bremer Bank, Minot Hockey Boosters, Homesteaders, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, First Western Bank and Trust, Qdoba Mexican Grill, 701 Realty, Premier Chiropractic, the UPS Store, and Planet Pizza.
Fournier off the bench. Now O'Connor lets one go from the point. Walked in front. Fournier spins and fires. He scores! Blake Fournier, his second goal in as many games, and Minot State is blowing this one wide open. Bukowski still in the net. Here's Leincar now for Swedlow. Swedlow, here's Eric Soar. Eric Soar fires a shot, rebound is there. Johnson from the point, scores! Dylan Johnson ties the game with 1:24 to go in the third period.
Now, it's time for the Planet Pizza pregame show. Let's go live to the ice with the voice of the Beavers, all the way from Bean Fade, Saskatchewan. Here's Blake Friars.
Welcome inside the Planet Pizza pregame show. I'm Blake Friars alongside Noah Grant. We got a top 10 national rankings clash. It's the number 10 new UNLV Rebels against the number 5 Minot State University Beavers. Noah, should be a great game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a good matchup as the University of Nevada, Las Vegas comes to town. They've got a couple of goal scorers, a lot of scorers here. You've got players who have 11 points, 10 points, 9 points. There's 4 players with 9 points, 8 points, 7 points. So a pretty healthy mix of this lineup. You can tell that they're a deep lineup that knows how to push the pace offensively, and it's going to be a really strong challenge for this Minot State team. On the flip side, Minot State is one of those teams averaging 5.25 goals per game and a power play north of 30%. So offensively, even with injuries, Minot State has shown that they can bring it, but it's going to be a tough test against a team in UNLV and a couple of UNLV goaltenders who are strong as well.
Last night, Adam Lauer carried the offense. He got his first ever ACHA hat trick as a Beaver. He's up to 12 goals on this season. He's just on a terrific tear right now offensively, and a little bit of an unknown breakout performer for Adam Lauer. Normally you see guys like David Sheldon and Joel Swedlow up front leading it for Minot State, but it's Adam Lauer who's leading the way. Normally is a physical guy, especially against a team like UNLV, but they got some history. But it's awesome for head coach Ray DeGeer to rely on Wowrick for some secondary scoring.
Yeah, when Adam Wowrick does play on the right side of that edge, he is an effective player. He has 12 penalty minutes in 12 games played, so that's something to keep an eye on. But what he does have in 12 games played is a goal per game. 12 goals on the season, 4 assists for 16 points, does lead the team. And if you're looking for a guy who is a hard-nosed physical presence but can also bring some offense, it's always a welcome addition. I think of a guy like, let's say, a clean Tom Wilson of the Washington Capitals, where Tom Wilson does have a lot of skill but can also bring it physically. So important for Adam Wowrick to play on the right side of the line. He did that last night, was able to earn his first hat trick in ACHA play and as a Beaver, and he's going to be imperative to the success of Minot State as we move into a really tough matchup.
Bray Efforts got the call last night. He improved to 2-0 on the season. He stopped 23 of 24 last night. Tonight it's Joshua Bukowski, 3-0-1 on the season so far. 2.98 goals against average, .867 save percentage. No shutouts so far on this season. What are you expecting from him tonight, Noel?
Yeah, interesting. He only has an .867 save percentage. I think he's played a little bit better than that. Maybe not indicative of his play. And one guy we said that about yesterday was Braden Efforts, who came in with similar numbers and now sits at a .93 save percentage, who has a solid performance last night. So I expect the same out of Joshua Bykowski, and it's a big test for him. He had a really great first half last year, and then I think he was plagued by maybe an injury a little bit, but just Bray Efforts was the hot hand, took control, and Joshua Bykowski looking for a similar start to his season as he did last year with a really tough test against UNLV, and then looking to translate that into February and March hockey.
Dorian Laguiniere gets the call for the UNLV Rebels. 6-3 on the season, 1.98 goals against Howard, absolute video game-like numbers, and a .917 save percentage. And he's also got no shutouts on the season, but I saw him play in Chicago against Davenport, a game where they lost 2-1, but he was terrific in that game, and they squandered a late third period goal to lose that one to Davenport. The UNLV Rebels have come in. They've lost a tough one in Jamestown last night in overtime, so they're going to be a hungry team coming in here. Anytime you get a chance to beat the Beavers on home ice, you're going to get the team's best efforts. And, my biggest key to the game is got to be special teams for Minot State.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a power play that's basically at 13% for the UNLV Rebels, but you look at Minot State's power play, UNLV's penalty kill on the flip side is only at 82%. Minot State has climbed to 88% in that respective category, so that might be an opportunity where use your speed against this UNLV team, see if you can draw some penalties against them. But you talk about the UNLV goaltender, he's having some 2.46 goals against average for UNLV, but a 4.08 goals per game for this hockey team, and a team that averages 41 shots per game. So it's going to be a really tough test. I expect a high-octane, high-flying matchup, and I'm excited for this one.
We'll step aside. Noah, you had a chance to talk to head coach Wade Regier before tonight's game. Switched up a little bit. You got a chance to interview him. We will hear from head coach Wade Regier next. This is the Planet Pizza pregame show on the Prostlye Production Network.
Consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's time for the Elevation Coaches Corner. Elevation, located at the Minot Country Club and open to the public 7 days a week. Elevate your game at Elevation. Now back to the ice for the Elevation Coaches Corner.
Inside the Elevation Coaches Corner here, we're joined by head coach of the Beavers hockey team, Wade Regier. Wade, thanks for taking some time today.
Thank you.
Wade, you've got a big matchup against a number 10 nationally ranked team in UNLV. It's going to be a good test with a high-powered offense that they bring. What's the keys to matching up against them?
Well, for starters, it's going to be critical to be disciplined. I mean, it's a team that can make you pay if you make mistakes, particularly if you give them additional opportunities on the power play. And that's something we really focused on. The last time we did play with them, I believe we lost the game 5-4. They had 4 power play goals, which was the difference. So that's going to be keys. The other thing is really imposing our will, being aggressive, forecheck, dictate the pace of play. those will be crucial for us if we're going to have any chance to come out with a victory.
Yeah, you talk about a team in the Minot State Beavers who averages over 5 goals a game and has a 30% power play percentage right now. How important it is for your offense, especially with key injuries, to be able to continue to roll?
It's critical. You know what? We have to, I think even last night it was a case of we had good systems, good plays. We had guys in the right spots. It just comes down to execution. And in the past, we've struggled at those times where the puck's on our stick and we're missing the net or hitting posts or the goalie makes a save. We have to be able to put that puck in the back of the net. And sometimes it's a mental change of shooting angle. It's about getting bodies in front. And so it's critical for us. We got to continue that trajectory offensively. It's going to be a big part of it, especially against good teams. You got to score when you get those chances, because sometimes there only might be a handful in the course of a game. So it's critical for us to be able to finish plays, and hopefully we can get it done tonight.
One of the players that has been strong in finishing plays offensively is Adam Wowrick. What does he bring to the table in a high-flying matchup like tonight?
You know what? He gets to the gritty areas. He's a kid that's not an overly finesse type kid that will walk around a defenseman. He's a kid that gets to the dirty areas, gets to the slot. No fear of going into the corners and then winning puck battles. And usually he's the type to get a few rebound type goals, and those are huge for us. It's an important part of the game that sometimes guys neglect when they're playing, junior hockey and whatnot. So for him to be able to be rewarded for it is awesome. Now it's a matter of him continuing to keep doing what he's doing.
Another player that is going to slot into the lineup tonight is Joshua Bykowski. In your goaltending situation, you have 3 goaltenders that you can honestly go to trust. Tonight is Bykowski. What do you expect from him?
You know what? It's just a veteran presence. I mean, he's a championship goaltender that has an enormous amount of wins on his resume. He's a kid that doesn't phase stuff in terms of pressure. He's a kid that's focused. He's always prepared to play, and nothing phases him. If he gets lets a bad one in or whatnot, it doesn't change his next shift and his next opportunity. And as a senior goaltender, championship first team all tournament, you expect him to be that type of player, and that's who we expect him tonight.
Yeah, you talk about a lot of guys that have to step up tonight, of course, as they did yesterday against Utah, as you're battling a barrage of injuries. How important is it to just have that next man up mentality moving into a crucial weekend?
It is critical. This is probably the worst it's ever been for our program. I had a good meeting with our trainer, Robin Gus, after a game last night. We've never seen an injury report this bad, this devastating, and to think we've been able to kind of weather the storm a little bit. So hopefully we can continue to battle our way through the injuries, and it gives a great opportunity for some guys who would never probably get this much ice time play on a regular shift in against a critical opponent. So we're excited with our depth. We have full confidence in anybody we put in the lineup, and that's been our MO. That's our culture, that's our program, and that's part of the reason why we've been so successful the last number of years.
Yeah, and the last question for you here, an 8 o'clock start time for you, a little bit unconventional. Does that change any things just as far as maybe some pregame stuff is concerned, or is it just a little bit of an adjustment, or are you ready to go?
It is what it is. I think that the start time isn't so much the factor as that there was just a little bit of a delay in the girls' game and some little extracurriculars at the end that probably would have we would have been probably right on time had that not happened. But you know what? That's what happens in nationals. Last year was a perfect example. In the national semifinal, the game before went into double overtime, and so we were considered a whole period away. And at least these games don't go into double overtime where I have to send my marketing director to the grocery store to get some bananas and all that good stuff. But no, it's the biggest thing is both teams have to prepare for that. It's a critical part of how it is set up, is that we start at the same time as them, and we both have to deal with it as it goes. But it's going to be good to go right where I think we're itching to play our real top one, and hopefully we're ready to go from the start.
Yeah, extracurriculars in the girls' game, but looking for none on your team, trying to stay disciplined as they search for a win against number 10 nationally ranked UNLV. Wade, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
That will do it for the Planet Pizza pregame show. Mike, the biggest key is for the Beavers to stay disciplined. What do you got for you?
Well, one of the things to stay disciplined is realize that you can't hang with this hockey team. They lost in overtime to number 11 ranked Jamestown, but start offensively like you did last night. First 5 minutes going to be crucial.
Now we'll turn it over to Nick Hallberg, and me and Noah will be back for the puck drop here as we listen to the intro video, the anthems, and the introductions. That will do it for the Planet Pizza pregame show.
gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Pepsi Rink here at Mason Arena for tonight's ACHA College Hockey matchup that features the visiting number 10 ranked UNLV Rebels and your number 5 ranked two-time and defending ACHA National Champions, your FSU Beavers. First, let's get the starting lineup for the UNLV Rebels. Starting on defense, number 6, Connor Hetzel. On defense, number 28, Sean Plotsky. A former number 18, Kirk Underwood. A former number 23, Andre John. A former number 7, Paxton Malone. And in goal, number 31, Dorian Langenarm. Head coach of the Rebels is Anthony Greener. Assistant coach is Nick Ramon. Officials for tonight's game are Devin Blada, Andy Carton, Nathan Midler, and Kevin Wilk. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get on your feet and make some noise as we meet tonight's starting lineups for your FSU Beavers. Starting at goal for your Beavers, a senior hailing from Ferndale, Alberta. He wears number 39, Josh Bykowski. Starting on defense, a senior hailing from Yorkton, Saskatchewan. He wears number 76, Dylan Johnson. Starting on defense, a freshman hailing from Jasper, Alberta. He wears number 37, Morgan Hoare. Starting up front on the right side, a junior hailing from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Number 14, Adam Warren. Starting up front on the left side, a freshman hailing from Kenai, Alaska. He wears number 61, Dalton Dasco. Entering the starting line, a senior hailing from Maple Creek, Saskatchewan. Your captain, wearing sweater number 12, Blake Forney. Your LSU Beavers are coached by head coach Wade Revere and assistant coach Wyatt Wasilewchuk. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Remove all hats and headgear. As tonight's Cindy Cass first performs the Canadian National Anthem, O Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand.
gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Just about set here for puck drop. It should be an absolute great matchup. But number 10 UNLV Rebels against the number 5 Minot State University Beavers. Josh Babakowski gets his 4th start of the season. 3-0-1 on the year. 2.98 goals against average. 8.67 save percentage on the other side. It's Dorian Langenier who gets the call. He's 6-3 on the year with the 1.98 goals against average. No, it should be an absolute fantastic matchup here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a interesting look here with a couple of dark colored jerseys.
Yeah.
Going to have to be important that you're on your toes knowing who's got who here, but hopefully Minot State has got their legs going. First 5 minutes going to be absolutely imperative in this one.
Warwick already talking with DeAndre John off the face-off. They're having some smiles. Just about set here to go. Fournier, Dosco, Warwick will start. Paxton Malone, Kirk Underwood, and DeAndre John up front for the Rebels. We're underway here. Fournier wins the face-off. And Johnson will control. He finds Dosco. Dosco chips it into the zone for Fournier to get after. Plonsky will get there first for the Rebels. Plonsky gets it over to Hetzel. Hetzel reverses around, takes a hit. Now up to Underwood. Underwood gets it up for John. Poirier is there. He reverses around for Dylan Johnson. Johnson waiting for the breakout to occur, and he leaves it for Fournier. Fournier instead will give it right back to Johnson. Poirier quick up the wall for Dosco. Puck went off of a linesman, Andy Carton, trying to get out of the way. And it goes into the middle for Cochran off the bench. Cochran with a shot, then went wide. Cochran trying to get on it. Jared Turcott comes off the bench and picks it up. Chipped in an area. Grabbed by O'Connor. Kirkland Lykar goes to O'Connor. Turned over though. O'Connor is there to pick up his mishap, and Kirkland Lykar will skate back in his own zone. Reverses around for Eric Soar.
Yeah, first couple minutes here, way faster pace than we saw in the Utah game last night.
Absolutely. These two teams are ready to go right from puck drop. Lykar touch pass up for Sheldon. Drop pass back for Lykar. Trying to go back door for, I think that was Cochran, who almost had a tap in there. That's going to be no icing as O'Connor is going to have to race back. Yeah, these jerseys are pretty hard to tell by, for sure. But both of them have black shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, those National Guard jerseys with the white numbers, a little bit tough to tell
Yeah,
as well. But
absolutely.
That's why we got you up here, right? Only professionals.
Yeah. Wheeler gets the DDD pass from Newt Felton, and it's chipped in by the Beavers. And it comes across. UNLV chips it in. That's Nick Flanders who chipped it in. Bukowski went out to play it. Erickson out front. He's disrupted by Drew Carter. Drew Carter had a beautiful game last night, had a beautiful goal, and set up Adam Warwick on another one.
Not sure if we're getting
too many men.
Yeah, I only see 5. I don't know if it was maybe intentional offside or a hand pass.
The UNLV coach wants it at center ice, and he's not going to get it. It's going to be deep inside the Rebels zone. And
yeah, maybe it was just a simple ice. Obviously, we didn't see a penalty.
Well, Bukowski came out to play it, though, so it was kind of confusing.
Nonetheless, still searching for our first shot on goal just over 2 minutes in. As the faceoff is now going to come back to center ice, it looks like.
I think they got that one right, but Bukowski came out to play the puck.
Sure, absolutely no harm, no foul, and we'll redo it right from where we began.
Rhett Locke will take this face off. It's won by Daniel Fisher. Fisher finds Moeller. Bukowski is out to steer it away, and Moeller will turn it over. Now Robertson will have it. He goes back in his own zone. Getting pressured by Robin. And Rhett Locke will control for Minot State. Neufeld chops it up the wall. It's chipped out by Wheeler. And Robertson will pass it off to Rhett Locke. Brett Locke trying to put it on net. Rebound is there, and it's cleared away by the Rebels. Moeller just flipped it out to an open wing. Johnson will grab it, and the Beavers will look to have a quick transition here. Adam Warwick has some history against this team, but right now he's got his head on straight with 12 goals on the season. Brett Locke also in there. Trying to battle along the wall. DeAndre John couldn't get that out. The Beavers hold it in.
Yeah, uncharacteristic in terms of last night's game. We've seen a lot of perimeter play here. Not a lot of open ice with two fast teams able to shut down defensive plays.
No, yeah, absolutely. Kirk Underwood finds DeAndre John trying to dance his way through there, and then the Beavers looking for another quick transition just onside. No, Warwick or Fournier just offside at the opposite end of the ice, and face-off will blow down. Will it face off in the neutral zone?
Still searching for our first shot of the game, and we've seen not a lot of open ice. That was the first transition rush that we probably had attempted in that transition game. Is going to be vitally important, as both of these teams are very adept at using that high forward to turn defensive catalysts into offensive opportunities. Fournier just wasn't able to keep his feet on side.
Warwick looking to pick the pocket there of Jake Sachs. Of course, you remember Jake Sachs was the victim of that vicious Adam Warwick hit, and step-up play there by Dylan Johnson. He's wrestled to the ice by Jake Sachs.
Yeah, Dylan Johnson got away with one there for sure. Extracurricular, and I thought actually the hit
a little bit interference.
Too.
Yeah, a little bit late. Puck wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah, interesting as we're getting an icing call here. As you mentioned, the hit, Adam Warwick on Jake Sachs, almost on cue. Dylan Johnson stepping up there. The puck was never in control of the UNLV player, and then Johnson got up, and head was kind of between his legs and gave him a shot with a knee there. I mean, we saw some extracurriculars at the end of the women's game, and you never like to see that. You got to stay disciplined. Wade Revere talked about it in the pregame, and nonetheless, no harm, no foul, but important for Minot to make sure they keep their cool here.
Poirier goes across for Johnson. It was out of his reach, and Kirkland Linecower will pick it up. Kicks it up from his skate to his stick. Didn't like what he saw. Now he's going to peel back. Kirkland Linecower got hooked a little bit from behind. And now the Beavers are in scramble mode right now. Puck shot on net went wide of Bukowski.
Puck management is important there if you're Linecower. Not a bad idea just to have a soft float towards the offensive blue line.
O'Connor gets over center. Chips it in. No icing. The goaltender for the UNLV Rebels out to stop it behind the net, and it's going to be Eric Soar who controls. He's going to fire that one into the corner. Took a weird hop right into the slot off the corner boards. Turn it over to Linecower, trying to go up front. And it's turned back. That was Tristan Meyer who intercepted that pass, and Eric Soar chips it out into the neutral zone. Nick Flanders rings that in deep, and the UNLV Rebels are going to start a line change with under 5 minutes left, or under 5 minutes into this first period. Nasty hit there, and that one's going to get called. That's going to be a boarding call.
Yeah, border could have honestly been a hit from behind there. That was a
Walchuk got hit from behind.
Yeah, dangerous play in this power play for Minot State coming in. Going to get his first opportunity of the game, clicking just over 30% on the year, going up against an 82% penalty kill in terms of the UNLV skating Rebels. And we're still searching for our first shot of the game over 5 minutes in. A good opportunity if you're the Beavers.
Davis Sheldon will take the draw. Kirk Underwood will sit for 2 or less as the Beavers go on the first power play. Eric Soar controls off the faceoff. Robertson drops for Sheldon. Soar goes across for O'Connor. Soar wants the one-timer. Gets the puck now. Instead, goes down low for Sheldon. Sheldon at the top of the circle goes down low for Robertson. Back up top for Soar. The return feed for Robertson. Down low for Sheldon now. Fournier providing a net front presence. Here's Eric Soar, walks the line. Fires a shot. Rebound was there for Sheldon, and it got blocked in front. Soar, now Robertson. Robertson lets one go. That's blocked by Plonsky. The Beavers still in control. Top of the circle. Sheldon now fires a shot. Scores! What a shot by Sheldon! He goes posted in. The first shot of the game is a good one for Minot State. A power play goal for Sheldon, and 1-0 lead for the Beavers.
Yeah, an absolutely twisted wrister. Able to use the defender as a screen there, dropping down. I don't think the goaltender caught that release there. Went over the blocker side just under the bar, and man, that one had eyes as just an absolute goal scorer's goal, and both teams have played extremely well, but that power play clicking over 30% shows why it has been so successful all year.
The Rebels gave Sheldon a little bit too much room. He had a chance to walk in from the top of the circle, and he picked his spot and absolutely labeled that top shelf. That puck goes out of play. That's Davis Sheldon's 6th of the season, 13th point. He's up to a point per game now on the season, and what a shot from a goal scorer, that's for sure.
Yeah, really nice shot, and if you're Minot State, you got to keep your foot on the gas pedal, because we've seen every year that UNLV has fielded a Division I program, they've been faster and faster, just able to bring in some high-end talent, and this is such a good UNLV team. Minot's got to keep on their toes here.
Davis Sheldon, 6th of the year. Beavers are up 1-0. Goes back to the point. Poirier's got a bomb from the point. That went wide. Johnson will pinch down to hold it in. Johnson steals the puck, fires a shot off the post. Beavers almost had another. Davis's went posting in. This one goes posting out for Johnson, and some bad luck for the Beavers. Almost extended the lead to 2.
Yeah, both pucks on that blocker side too. Maybe an idea to keep going up high there.
Just gonna say the same thing.
Great minds think alike, right?
That's what they say. Blancart chips into the zone. Now the Rebels will get it out as Paxton Malone fires almost too many men there for the Beavers, as Carter just gone off the bench in time, and Jake Sachs goes over the line, and the Rebels are offside. 7 minutes into this hockey game. What a fast-paced period this has been.
Yeah, and you can see Minot State capitalizing on that momentum a little bit, starting to control the play after they had the lone tally of the hockey game, and interested to see how UNLV responds.
Jared Erickson wins the face-off. It goes back for Jake Berry. He chips into the zone, but Kelsey's just going to make this safe, smart play, and he'll hang on, and the Beavers will have a defensive zone face-off with 12:56 left in the first period.
Yeah, like we touched on a little bit last night, I get to catch a lot of the Division I games at St. Cloud, but this game has a pace probably fairly similar to those games right now. These first six minutes or so have been high-flying.
Jake Berry walks the line looking for a shooting lane. And that one went wide of Bukowski, not sure he saw it. Line car stretch pass out for Cochran. Just onside is Sheldon. Cochran looking to find him there, and Sheldon will body his man in the corner and look to pry the puck loose. The defenseman fell, and Paul O'Connor couldn't hold it in. Now it comes to Tristan Meyer. Hits the brakes and spin shot on net by Nick Flanders. Almost caught Bukowski sleeping there. Here's Linecar now, cuts in the middle. Beavers are just onside. Here's Linecar. Some good stick work. Trying to go back. Oh, what a save by Lafreniere. Almost 2-0 Minot State.
Yeah, had to be really adept with the flipper, kicking it out almost like a pinball machine, and really nice save to keep the deficit at 1.
Pardon me, I said Lafreniere. He's the first overall pick. It's Lagunier. Pardon me if you got some listeners in Las Vegas. Johnson will control. He goes across for Poirier. Poirier to Johnson, now up to Robertson. Now Swedlow will control. Swedlow. Johnson wanted it, and it went to Locke. Locke flips it into an open area for Robertson, raced after, and Locke with the steal, but he put it back. Oh, what a play there by Johnson to hold it in.
Yeah, I had a man breaking on that weak side. What an active stick to negate an on-man rush.
Another active stick as Locke steals. Locke drops to Robertson, has a chance, walk in, scores! Jordan Robertson puts it over the glove side. Minot State leads 2-0. What a snipe there by Robertson.
Yeah, that play was on a delayed penalty too, so I don't know if Minot State will get another power play as well. We'll have to take a look, but you look at the UNLV defenders, Minot's doing such a good job of bringing that trailer into play and catching those defenders in between flat-footed, and as a goaltender and a defenseman, when you're flat-footed, it's always bad news. 2-0 is the score. We will be 5-on-5. Looks like it's going to be a delay call. The officials are talking about it, but
Jordan Robertson, 7th of the year, struggled to score goals last year, a lot like Adam Woward, and those two are high-powered on offense for the Beavers. The UNLV is going to get a penalty. The Beavers,
I believe they're just tallying the penalty onto the score sheet. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Although maybe, door is open now. So, yeah, UNLV kind of the victim of some bad puck luck right now.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play there. Yeah, but I mean, when you get a chance to get out of the zone, the puck's got to get out. Minot State capitalizes. Rhett Locke holds it in, drops for Robertson, and he picked his spot over the glove side. They are going to get a penalty. It's going to be Jake Berry going off for slashing. And it'll be another power play here. The Beavers' second power play. They're already 1 for 1.
Yeah, probably the most critical penalty killer if you're UNLV.
Yeah, he can't go down 3-0 in the first 10 minutes against a team like the Beavers.
Absolutely, and UNLV is a very good team in their own right and showed that in the first 5 minutes, and they're looking to get back to form with a crucial 150 left here on this penalty kill.
Beavers will start with the first unit as Landon Cochran gallops his way into the offensive zone, gets over the red line, gets it in deep. Warwick chases after it. Bonnie's his man, Leichhardt gets it up top. Swedlow, Aaron pass looking for Warwick. Warwick in the corner, gets bodied by Hetzel. Now Warwick will go off the boards back for Swedlow. Swedlow makes a man miss. Warwick switches spots with Swedlow. Now down low, back for Swedlow. Back up top for Johnson. The Beavers kind of run this umbrella set. Now Johnson. Johnson over to Leichhardt. Leichhardt back door looking for Swedlow. Almost went off a UNLV defenseman's skate. Swedlow. Johnson wants it up top. Back door for Swedlow. Oh, Warwick had a chance back door. I'm not sure who he was anticipating that pass. Here's Kirkland Leichhardt. Hits the brakes. Trying to go over for Swedlow. He finds it from his knees. Swedlow trying to go upstairs. Stopped by Lagunier. And the Beavers will send out the second unit. What great puck movement here from the Beavers power play.
Yeah, great puck movement. And one of the things that you notice in this power play, like we saw last night against Utah, is there is one man all alone in the crease right now, uncontested for the Minot State Beavers, providing that screen, making it difficult for the goaltender to see. And sometimes there's even two bodies. So important if you're UNLV to be more active in front of the net, boxing out.
Robertson will take the face off on his strong side. He wins it back cleanly. Sheldon knocks out of midair. Now he controls at the blue line. Turn to get away from an oncoming forechecker. That was Jarrett Turcotte, and he was peeled back. Now he's going to regroup here. Robertson is hitting to the corner, and O'Connor can't hold it in. 9:45 left in the first period. The Beavers lead 2-0 and have 30 seconds of power play time left. Soar, nice pass up for Sheldon. Sheldon hits the brakes and peels back. Now he goes down low for Robertson. Back up for O'Connor. O'Connor found on the pass, look out. Jake Sachs could have a possible break. Jake Sachs, shorthanded, scores! What a shot by Jake Sachs as he jumps into the stands, or the glass I should say. Shorthanded goal, and that's just the response the Rebels needed. It's cut to 2-1.
Absolutely, just what a nice individual effort, just being able to make a play. And if you're UNLV, exactly like you said, trying to climb back into this hockey game, exactly what the doctor ordered for a remedy, good medicine if you're the skating Rebels. And you know, UNLV and Las Vegas fans have been treated to some pretty good hockey around there. They're becoming very hockey literate very quickly with the addition of obviously the Vegas Golden Knights and then this UNLV team who does have some games at their practice facility. Just good hockey all around, and the skating Rebels showed it there.
Yeah, the Beavers, unfortunately, O'Connor fanned on that pass, and Jake Sachs came in, made no mistake. Jake Sachs hits his fourth of the year, 11th point. And it's a one-goal game again. Back come the Beavers. Johnson to Swedlow. Swedlow going to put that one on net. That's blocked in front, but he gets it back. Swedlow trying to toe drag around John. And now it goes back for Paxton Malone. He goes across for Eric Williams. He stood up and had to chip it in. Johnson will reverse around. It's intercepted by Paxton Malone, trying to go out front. It went over the stick of Poirier. Now Schuster will control off the boards for Swedlow. He's looking to beat out the icing. Swedlow on the backhand, trying to beat Lagunier. And he stops it with the left pad. Antic fraction here. The Rebels have cut it to 1 on Jake Sachs' fourth of the year. Media timeout. Beavers lead 2-1 out, shooting the Rebels 6-3. You're listening to Beavers Hockey on the Pro Style Production Network.
As we serve, First International Bank Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
What a hockey game so far. 8:35 left in this first period. The Beavers up by 1. And the Beavers have an offensive zone face-off as Drew Carter will dig in to take it against number 8, Jared Erickson.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, the puck is finally dropped as Kent Walchuk will control, trying to go down low for Schuster. It's cut off by Sean Plonsky, but it's turned over. Carter on it again. Walchuk also banging away as Lagunier is going to cover up.
Yeah, Lagunier been the victim of a couple of broken plays, but has stood tall since then. And don't like to talk about equipment too much, but he's got a pretty sweet setup. I do love the pads, and actually UNLV's got a good outfit all the way around. And
I love the jersey. I'm not a fan of these dark on dark, so that's for sure.
Well, it's not like you got to call the game, right?
Fournier looking to win that face-off. Sachs is looking to race onto it. Battling with Neufeld. Neufeld kind of grabs him from behind. Got away with the holding penalty there. Neufeld will control now. Neufeld going to drop for Adam Wyrick, but it's turned back by Kane Torinumi. Good hit there by Fournier. And Sean Hetzel's slow to get to his feet. Now he's back up, and he's definitely feeling the effects of that hit. Back come the Beavers. Adam Wyrick into the neutral zone, now into the Rebel zone. He absorbed a hit there from Jared Turcotte. And the captain gets his pocket pick. Sheldon fires a shot. Scores! 3-1 Minot State as Sheldon gets his second of the night. Definitely one. Lagunier wants back. He lets that one slip to the 5-hole, and the Beavers regain that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, lets that one slip through the 5-hole as a result of a broken play. And kind of a shot that was banned on. I think he was thinking he was going to go upstairs on the glove side. Kind of had that twitch reaction with that low pad. Maybe gave about probably 1.5 inches total of space. But as we know, the puck is only 1 inch high, and it's into the back of the net. And the lead is extended back to 2 for Minot State.
What an uncharacteristic giveaway there by the captain, Basil Asaf. He fanned on it, and Sheldon pounced on it and made no mistake. Sheldon with his 7th of the year, and Lagunier is going to hang on, and the Beavers will have an offensive zone face-off.
Yeah, this game has had everything so far that we've had speed. We've had a lot of physicality. You look at this Skating Rebels group, they've got a lot of big boys up there, and big boys that can move with speed. And just a high-flying game, but right now, unlike last night, the Beavers had 22 shots in the first period, only able to score 1. They have 8 right now, and 3 goals they've executed to their credit. So maybe they took a play out of the textbook of the women's team, who was able to get 6 in the first period.
Beavers get away with possibly a late change there as Robertson will take the face-off. That was controlled now by Robertson. Robertson absorbs a hit there from the defenseman, Sean Plonsky. Robertson holds it in. Swedlow drops for Robertson now. Swedlow trying to go out front. Now it comes across to Daniel Fisher. Back comes Minot State. Rhett Locke will control, hits the trailer. Swedlow with a shot. Rebound was there. And Plonsky will go high off the glass, but it's held in by Johnson. Johnson goes down low for Swedlow. Swedlow with a shot. That's blocked by Plonsky. Held in by Schuster momentarily. Back comes DeAndre John. DeAndre John takes the shot. Bakelski will stop that with his glove and hang on with 6:25 left in the first period.
Love a little save by Bakelski there. Kind of showed him the glove a little bit. Say, yep, I got that one. Snatched that in the glove. And Minot State is having such good success in the offensive zone because they're using UNLV's aggressive physical play against them, just chipping pucks around them and letting the defender commit and putting the puck around.
Johnson will control off the faceoff. Nice touch pass up for Carter, and Schuster couldn't control it, but the icing is waved off. Schuster in on the forecheck against Jake Barry. Carter battling for the puck in the corner. Walchuk lets it go for Poirier. Poirier through traffic. Blocker saved by Lagunier. Johnson couldn't hold it in, but Carter is there to swat it back into the zone, and the Beavers are going to start a line change.
Yeah, that fourth line, Kent Walchuk, Connor Schuster there, just a quick shift. Good energy line.
It's good again tonight.
Absolutely, they were solid last night against Utah.
Andre John, fires a shot. That one went wide of Bukowski. Fournier pressuring. Sean Plonsky, he goes D-to-D to Hensel. Wowrick gets it in the neutral zone, chips it in for Fournier, but it's knocked down. Flip pass, just onside. Breakaway, and Bukowski just steers that aside. As Paxton Malone looked like that might have been offside, but the referee waved it off, and the Rebels almost came back within one yet again.
Yeah, trying to pick that far blocker side, and he didn't miss it by much.
No.
Bukowski just able to get a piece.
Fournier absorbs a hit from number 17, Kane Torinumi. Jake Sachs, the goal scorer for the Rebels, chips it in and chases after it. He's going to beat Swedlow to the puck, but Swedlow's going to get some help from his centerman, Davis Sheldon. Sheldon up to Cochran, touch pass out for Lykar. Lykar trying to chip it into the zone. Beavers have to turn back as Sheldon was bumped. Lykar into an area. Now Sheldon had it a chance, and it hopped over his stick.
Yeah, Minot State, a couple of zone entries where they probably could have been offside. They've gotten away with a couple that I think have been close, but able to take advantage.
Soar couldn't hold it in, hopped over his stick. Torinumi over to an open wing for Sachs. Sachs trying to get around O'Connor, but he cuts him off. And now Eric Soar will control the former Mavell millionaire and the Weyburn Red Wings of the SJHL. Now comes Davis Sheldon looking for the hat trick. He scores! Davis Sheldon with the hat trick. Put the hats onto the ice. Minot State leads 4-1.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Oh, it's Swedlow. Oh, man.
I was almost
a rare mess up by myself. Swedlow gets the goal, 74 and 78. My apologies to Joel Swedlow there. Joel Swedlow with his ninth of the year.
Yeah, may have missed the number on the back of the sweater, but the number that does matter is up on that scoreboard. Currently, Minot State with their fourth of the evening, up by 3.
Boy.
Don't worry, you'll get there.
You hate to see that. Swedlow chips it into center for Robertson to race after. Robertson knocks it out of midair. Now he's going to go down low for Locke. Locke will control, trying to go up front for Swedlow again. And it comes to Tristan Mayer. Tristan Mayer passes off to number 3, John Moeller. John Moeller back to the point. Held in momentarily. Poirier's going to chip it for Rhett Locke. He's going to beat out the icing. And now he peels back. Waiting for some reinforcements. Look out as Walchuk had John Moeller lined up. Poirier will control behind his net. Beavers are up 4-1 in this first period with 3 minutes left. Excellent start. Oh! What a hit there. Schuster kind of got caught with his head down. And he got absolutely leveled. See if the Beavers have a response for that hit. He got hit kind of up high in the head.
Yeah, and then you had Kent Walchuk tied up with a UNLV player behind the plate there.
On the bench they go.
That was slow to get up.
Rebels are being physical right now. The Beavers not really used to getting hit a lot. Adam Wowrick out there now, trying to go up front. That was knocked away and cleared to the corner.
Yeah,
Paul O'Connor.
Yeah, UNLV just not able to establish their speed game like they were in the first 5 minutes, and credit Minot for those quick zone exits.
Schuster's going to go to the bench now as Wowrick absorbs a hit from Colin Robin. Fournier steals, trying to go upstairs. Puck is behind him.
I would be shocked if there's not a penalty on this play.
I didn't see what happened.
Minot State player was driving the net, which was a good play, but absolutely ran over the UNLV goaltender right there. Definitely got clipped, and he did not embellish that one at all. I would be shocked if there's not a call against Minot. I don't know if the officials might have just missed it.
I completely missed it too.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a quick play.
I thought he flared back to stop it from.
But I think the initial shot, he either made the save or it hit the outside of the net, and he had turned back, and then the puck started to come back towards the front of the net, and as he was turning back, the Beavers player was trying to jump around him to maybe try to tuck that short side, and ended up just clipping him, and looks like he's going to be all right, his leg in the air, but yeah, I was just kind of shocked. I figured maybe you'd get a goaltender interference call on that, but Minot State able to execute when they've had those breaks. They've had a couple of zone entries that maybe could have been offside, but credit them. We didn't see this last night. Well, they were able to execute quality chances. They just had quantity yesterday, but looks like UNLV head coach is going to get an explanation there, and rightfully so, because I guess from my vantage point, I saw that there was definite contact there.
We'll stick to 5-on-5 hockey. Here's Lykar, Cochran. Hallberg always getting them going on the tunes. Or sound effects, or whatever you want to call that. Lykar pounces on a loose puck, hand pass. Face-off's going to come outside. Lykar's shaking his head, doesn't like the call.
Yeah, one of the few breaks that Minot State has not had in this period, but this UNLV team, since the first goal, has kind of been stymied, even though they had a really good response, able to cut the deficit to 1. Minot was able to get knocked down, but come back up and hit harder, extending the lead with 2 more.
1:45 left in period number 1. Minot State leads 4-1. Trying to go up front. Sheldon for the hat trick. Oh, and he almost had that one. That one was Sheldon for sure. DeAndre John trying to go out front, and he couldn't connect on the pass. Sheldon, nice little nifty play to get it to himself. Lykar over the line, dropped for Sheldon, but he was anticipating the pass. DeAndre John comes back. Cuts in to get some open ice on his backhand now. Nice move. Oh, and he almost tucked it out of it. An absolute beauty.
That was an absolutely fantastic move. A goal scorer's goal if it would have went in. Always good to see a player who has a hard nose for the net, never afraid to go to the house, and almost was able to cut the deficit in half.
Put the puck on his backhand and almost tucked it in on his forehand. Sheldon, look out. Or pardon me, that's Lykar, who passes to Swedlow. Jake Sachs blows a tire in his own zone. Now the puck is turned over. Robertson gets it back, takes a hit from the oncoming UNLV defender. Robertson knocks it out of midair. Robertson was one of the goal scorers in this first period. Got away with a little hook there from Swedlow. And Rhett Locke and Jared Turcotte get into it after the puck was already gone.
Yeah, looked like Turcotte maybe put a little bit of a knee into the back of his head there. So
chance there with under 15 seconds left there by Kane Torinumi. Johnson chips it up, and that will just about do it here for the first period, as Johnson having some words with Torinumi after the first period, and I wouldn't want to be messing with Dylan Johnson in the matchup like that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You got 2 really aggressive guys as Dylan Johnson's being pushed around those last 7 seconds of the period. Adam Wowrick standing near the elevation sign or insignia near center ice, just watching the play develop, and you can just kind of feel it. You know, the hairs are up on the back of the net of the neck of the UNLV Rebels right now, and rightfully so. I think that the scoreboard doesn't reflect how good of a team they are, but credit Minot State. They had as strong of a first period as Wade Revere would have wanted. Score 4-1.
Beavers score 4 goals in the first period on 12 shots. First International Bank and Trust Intermission report is next. You're listening to Beavers Hockey and the Pro Style Production Network.
First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Planet
for lunch. When supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
Hi, my name is Marshall Kanam. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. It's time to make sure your holiday gifts arrive on time and unbroken. It's why at the UPS store we offer our pack and ship guarantee. We can pack, ship, insure your item, and get it there on time. 100% guaranteed. If anything were to happen, you're covered, and so is your package. So ship away for the holiday. For the finest in packing and shipping, the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
ProStyleProduction.com. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network has been made possible by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Souris Valley Dental, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Thrifty White Drug, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Pibetta Orthodontics, Bremer Bank, Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, First International Bank and Trust, Tecta America Dakotas, Elevation, First Western Bank and Trust, and Pro Style Production DJ Services. Stay up to date with the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network at ProStyleProduction.com.
Listen, your wedding day is the biggest day of your life. That's why you need to talk with Nick Holberg from Pro Style Production DJ Services. The experience, the voice, the setup, you won't be disappointed. 15 years of big arena hosting, announcing, and DJing speaks for itself. PSP DJ Services also handles premier events, reunions, or parties. Call 833-1007 or visit ProStyleProduction.com to book now. PSP DJ Services, make your event Pro Style.
At Premier Chiropractic, we are dedicated to achieving the best results possible for our patients through the most cutting-edge advances in natural healthcare today. Improving movement, function, and health, improving life.
Call to schedule your appointment today.
ProStyleProduction.com. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network has been made possible by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Souris Valley Dental, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Thrifty White Drug, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Pibetta Orthodontics, Bremer Bank, Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, First International Bank and Trust, Tecta America Dakotas, Elevation, First Western Bank and Trust, and Pro Style Production DJ Services. Stay up to date with the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network at ProStyleProduction.com. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network is brought to you by IMM, Minot's finest collision center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Shields, Buffalo Wild Wings, Libetto Orthodontics, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Bremer Bank, the Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, United Agronomy, Homesteaders, First Western Bank and Trust, Granite Springs, and First International Bank.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knop. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. It's time to make sure your holiday gifts arrive on time and unbroken. It's why at the UPS store we offer our pack and ship guarantee. We can pack, ship, insure your item, and get it there on time. 100% guaranteed. If anything were to happen, you're covered, and so is your package. So ship away for the holiday. For the finest in packing and shipping, the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
ProStyleProduction.com.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knop. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We are at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
It's time for the First International Bank and Trust Intermission Report. Let's go back to the ice for the stats, analysis, and recap. Once again, here's Blake Friars.
First National Bank and Trust Intermission Report. Noah, can't get much better start for the Minot State University Beavers. 4 goals on 12 shots. What did you like most from that period for Minot State?
I just like how they kept their foot on the gas pedal. Once they grabbed that lead, they didn't relinquish it. Obviously, UNLV was able to cut the lead down to 2-1, but then a really strong response, able to pot 2 more. And one of the things that I look at the most is, like we talked about yesterday in that Utah series, they had 22, 23 shots in that first period, only scored a goal. If you look up at the board right now, shots are 12-5 in favor of Minot State, but they've got 4 goals to their credit. So you can't complain right now. If you're Minot, just make sure that you're staying out of the extracurriculars and continue to play north-south hockey because they're using UNLV's aggressiveness against them and able to execute, which is something we haven't seen a whole ton of from Minot State teams in years past, but they're getting it done here on home ice tonight.
Take a look at some NHL scoring. Friday night, the Canucks are down 2-1 in Winnipeg on the second of a back-to-back. End of 2 in Winnipeg. Thatcher Demko got the start in that one. And he's got 27 saves on 26 saves on 28 shots after 2. Take a look at the other games going on right now in the NHL.
Yeah, other games in the NHL right now. You just said the Canucks won, right? Yeah, you got the Bruins and Red Wings 3-2. Red Wings are on top there, and then Devils and Oilers underway in the first period, still deadlocked in a scoreless tie with 2:30 left to play in that first period. And then the Lightning able to edge out the Sabres 3-2 in that.
A little bit of light Friday night, but tomorrow Hockey Night in Canada should be jam-packed action. What are some of your biggest surprises so far early in this NHL season?
I'd hope Minnesota would be doing a lot better, but that is what it is. Obviously, they had a weird barn burner with a major penalty. They were down 4-0 after the first period and lost 6-5. But, they just, for whatever reason, can't find a way to get over the hump. Obviously, Vancouver, like we talked about yesterday, a really good surprise there. Might be a playoff team as far as that's concerned. But, one team that I'm kind of curious about, actually 2 teams. and they've had some trades with each other in the past. It's Arizona and Chicago. I thought that Arizona might look a little bit stronger than they do right now. They're kind of in limbo in that in-between area right there. And then Chicago, I was hoping with a little bit of their youth infusion, maybe it would make up on the forward end for some of their deficits on the defensive side, but they just haven't been able to put it together.
Buquist is pretty good defenseman. Good ad on the back end for them. When you take a look at the standings earlier in the season, Washington up at the top of the Metro with 12-2-3. Man, these guys just don't seem to slow down. Every single year they're up at the top in the Western Conference. They finally got their cup a couple years ago, and they're still a powerhouse in the NHL.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're just getting the job done. But you know, it's just really interesting when you look at the NHL breakup. You know, there's so much parity in the league right now. You just never really know what to expect. Case in point is the St. Louis Blues last year, getting the job done, being in last place in the middle of January. So, you know, you never really know until you know, and it's all about just getting into the big dance. The 2012 LA Kings kind of showed us 8th place, you know, what that was all about. And from then, the trend has continued of these teams where everyone thinks their window has closed or they're just not playing solid hockey. And all it takes is, you know, 2 months, 8-10 weeks of solid hockey to really propel yourself into a championship.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at Minot State's road to the national championship last year. What a ride that was. They go in as the number 5 team number 6 team into the national tournament. The 3 previous years they went as number 1, and they went on to beat Illinois. They went on to beat Adrian. They went on to beat Linden. What I'm drawing a blank there. Linden went 1-0, and then Iowa State in the national championship by the score of 3-1. You got some NCAA scores for us, Noah?
Yeah, a little bit of NCAA. I guess we could start around here for some North Dakota fans. North Dakota, less than halfway into a hockey game, with 13:08 left in the second period, is up 6-0 against Miami. So that's a good one. A powerhouse game in the NCAA as Denver's up 3-1 against Duluth in Duluth at Amsoil Arena after 2 periods. So that's a good one. My team, the Golden Gophers, won in 2 overtimes in Michigan against the Wolverines. And then, of course, the team that I do cover, St. Cloud State, is at Northern Michigan, who is number 5 in the country. They're currently deadlocked at 3 with 2.5 minutes left to play in that game, so a good one as well.
So with college hockey, it's a point system? Is that how that works? You get points for losing in overtime and stuff like that?
Right, so it's all about strength of schedule and playing opponents. So, for example, you know, if you're a team that plays really, really well and then, you know, loses to a team who's 58th in the country, but other teams in your conference have played that team and won very handily, that might affect you as well. So it's all about your comparison to the teams around you and your strength of schedule and who you've played. So it takes into account, like, if you beat a team that's 58th in the country, it doesn't really do much for you in the pairwise, but losing to a team that's 58th in the country really hurts you. So, I mean, you look at just kind of right now. I mean, if you're talking about St. Cloud State, their record right now is 1-2-3. You know, and they're a team that they lost to Princeton and tied to Princeton. They're sitting at 38th in the country right now. So it's just very interesting. As I'm looking for there it is, the pairwise rankings here. And North Dakota fans, North Dakota is currently sitting 6th in the country. Northern Michigan is at 5, who is playing St. Cloud State, where St. Cloud right now is at 39th in the country. So obviously a change of pace from the St. Cloud State team, who was used to being number 1 in the pairwise all last year. They're at 39 right now, playing against number 5 Northern Michigan, like we just mentioned. North Dakota at 6. So number 1 in the country right now is currently Cornell, Denver, Omaha, Minnesota State rounding out those top 5 there. And then you've got, you know, Massachusetts, Harvard, Notre Dame, Ohio State. RIT right now is sitting at 11, so that's good for them. And Penn State, Clarkson, Maine, and Western Michigan are going to round out, and Bowling Green are going to round out your top 16. So college hockey, your pairwise early in the season is going to really fluctuate just based on, you know, teams not having played so many games. But
it's kind of ironic how we went to a UND game last year and it was against the St. Cloud Huskies. Now you're covering them. It's kind of come full circle for you, but that's awesome that you're getting the opportunity to do that stuff for the St. Cloud Huskies, and hopefully you can continue to do well in grad school and get an opportunity with speech language pathology. And
easy for you to say, right?
Yeah.
Might have to bring you in for an assessment
not
after this.
Not for me. No. I talk too much, and But yeah, you do a great job, and I appreciate you for coming out to help me out here this weekend. It's been awesome so far.
I might have to shed a tear here. That was pretty good.
You got to come more often.
No, I know.
You should have planned to come next weekend. That's going to be an awesome weekend.
I know the men.
Iowa State.
I know the men are at home actually for their first NCHC conference matchup against Colorado College. So obviously got to be there to be covering that. It's tough with grad school, but no, obviously the Beavers looking good right now, 4-1 with the Rebels. I'm going to attribute that to the Elevation Coaches Corner. I think whoever did that one probably catapulted the success of the first period. I know, pretty great guy I hear. So
you've been keeping up with the Riders?
I have actually.
Yeah. West Final hosting for the first time since 2009.
Yes.
Next Sunday, hopefully I can take the 4-hour trip up to Regina and go to that one. But it's awesome to see how far they came. Everyone predicted them to finish bottom in the corner here.
And sounds like maybe the Saskatchewan Roughriders are giving you a phone call right now. Maybe some trademarking issues. Just kidding, obviously. But one thing that's been the trademark of Minot State in that first period is their ability to use their speed against UNLV and use UNLV's aggressiveness against them. In terms of UNLV is very physical, likes to commit to that hit, just chipping pucks around them and able to get those odd man rushes, find that trailer late. And a couple of broken plays that they were able to capitalize on. Interested to see if the Skating Rebels do have a strong response early in the second. As we know, 40 minutes of hockey is a long time. If one team can score 4 in one period, another team can do it in another. So
absolutely, you're bang on there. Shots on goal were 12-5 after the first period. And the Beavers got some production from everybody. David Sheldon with a pair, Joel Swedler with one, and Jordan Robertson rounded out that for the rest of the scoring.
Yeah, Minot State did score 1 goal on 2 power play opportunities, I believe is the stat on that one. So that power play north of 30% and very comfortably north of 30%. So that's just an elite power play right now. Have to see if it comes back down to earth. But right now, if you're Wader Gear, you're happy with flying high on the special teams.
MSU Beavers hockey.
Face-off is won by the Rebels. Trying to go out front there was Fournier. And it goes in the middle for Jake Sachs, the goal scorer for the Rebels. He's galloping his way into the zone. Jake Sachs with a shot stopped by Bukowski. He controls. And now it's going to go to Johnson. Johnson chops it up the wall for Adam Wowerk. Wowerk turns it over, though, and Sachs had a chance there, and Johnson swatted it away. It goes back to the point for Bezel Asaf. Jared Turcotte can motor that one into a skate there. And Jake Sachs turned it over at the line. Dosko chips it in deep, and the Beavers will start a line change. Cochran pressuring. That is Kane Torinimi fires a shot. That one's high up in the air. It stays in play. Cochran after it. He peels back, goes into his own zone. O'Connor goes DD to Soar. Soar is going to take his time. Now he's going to go behind the net. He fanned on the pass attempt, and the Rebels will look to take advantage of this. They took a shot there, and Eric Williams is going to come down and pinch it in. Lykar look out as he had his head down at the line, almost got hit. That is John Moeller with a shot. That's blocked in front. O'Connor doing a good job to shield himself and look to steal the puck. Sheldon steps into his man, lifts the stick as he fires a shot stopped by Bukowski. The rebound is there. Beavers can't get it out. Good stick lift there by Cochran to get it out of the zone as Cochran got his bell rung a little bit there by Eric Williams. Lykart steps up at the line. Could be a 2-on-1 for the Beavers, but it's a good job there by Jake Berry to cut him off. And now he controls the puck, getting in to the Beavers zone. Just outside there was John. Fires a shot by Williams. Easy save for Bukowski as he pounces on the rebound.
Yeah, that extended offensive zone time was all created off a great rush by Kane. I believe it's Toriumi. That's my
Toriumi, yep.
Toriumi, who is currently tied with the team lead in points as Jake Sachs is the lone goal scorer, of course. So has 11 points in 12 games. Really nice, nifty move, and just showed why he's one of the offensive threats for UNLV.
Nick Flanders couldn't win that draw for UNLV as Schuster looks to lift the stick and get it out. Wheeler goes back to his D partner, Neufeld. Neufeld will reverse and go the other way. Now he reverses and goes the left way. Looks to get it out. Walchuk took the hit to make the play. And Neufeld will pass up to Connor Schuster. Just onside is Drew Carter looking for the pass, and now he'll have it behind the net. Takes a hit from Sean Plonsky. As DeAndre John gets it up the wall. Big hit there by Schuster. As he caught Daniel Fisher unexpectedly. Bukowski's going to pounce on that rebound there. And as Cotton Eye Joe rings throughout the Pips rink at Mace Arena, almost 3 minutes into this second period.
Yeah, Joshua Bukowski covers up that puck. We saw Braden Efforts with the all-black setup yesterday, and Bukowski looking pretty slick in the all-whites today, so contrasting colors, but one team has remained the same. They've both been solid in their goaltending efforts so far this weekend.
Those are some brand new pads, too. Just getting them broken in. Face-off is won by the Rebels. It goes across for a soft through traffic. Stopped by Bukowski. Rebound is there. Goes through the crease. Rebels almost came within one. Roberts looking to get it into the zone. Knocks it in air. Keeps it in play. Nice stick work there as it almost went into the bench. Johnson gets it up for Swedlow. Swedlow chips it in for Robertson to chase after Nassaf. Knocks it out of midair. Fires it up to Robin. Robin knocks it into the Beavers zone. Poirier chops it to himself. Now he's just going to ice the puck, and the Beavers aren't going to be able to make a line change. As the Rebels top line with Jake Sachs, Jared Turcotte, and Kane Tornumi hop over the boards.
Yeah, it's definitely a deadly line that you've got to be aware of. Of course, Jared Turcotte, 9 points. Jake Sachs with 11. Toriumi with 11 as well. So top line for a reason. Got to always be aware when they're on the ice as they're looking to run a set play here.
Jake Sachs, pardon me?
Yeah, maybe shot right off the draw, looking for that weak side D-man.
They got the face-off win, but not ideally the play they want. Morgan Poirier looking to get the puck out as that went off the crossbar. Fought off by Bukowski. Sachs throws it on net. Bukowski makes the pad save as Poirier took a shot from Jake Sachs as they get tangled up behind the play.
Yeah,
as the two have smiles as they head off.
Just exchanging some holiday greeting cards. Jake Sachs, a nice little opportunity there, just shooting on a sharp angle through a screen, trying to catch Bukowski sleeping, but Bukowski would have none of it.
Tori Numi finds Sachs. Sachs trying to get around Eric Soar. Sachs still on a big collision in front as three players collided. It was Jared Turcotte colliding with his own teammate Toranumi, and they crashed into Bukowski, and the net comes to slosh.
You gotta love the mentality if you're UNLV right now. Really narrowed that margin. Shots, of course, were 12-5 at the start of the period. Right now, they're 13-11 in favor of the Beavers. So UNLV putting the pedal to the metal, trying to change the pace of this hockey game, crashing the net, doing all the little things right, except execute goals thanks to Joshua Bukowski and his stellar play.
Bukowski's been the busier one. The Beavers only with one shot, like you mentioned, Noah. So far in this second period, 15:54 left in the period. Fournier comes in to win the draw, but it goes off of stick. Wraparound chance through the crease. Bukowski made the right pad save. Rebels are controlling the play in the second period so far. The Beavers are just hanging on. Here's Sachs trying to go out front. Deeks, nice save there by Bukowski. And he covers up, rebound is there, they score. Bukowski thought he had it, and it went through his legs and in the blue paint, and I think that was number 22, Tristan Mayer, who pounced on the rebound and put it in the net. That is going to be Tristan Mayer's first goal of the season, 4th point.
Yeah, I don't think Bukowski picked that up very well because it was a backhand shot, and backhands, as we know, for goaltenders are so tough to read.
Nightmare, absolute nightmare.
And I think it just caught the inside crook of his blocker there where his thumb is. Just wasn't able to corral the rebound, and credit UNLV crashing the crease again.
See what kind of response Minot State has as Neufeld got drilled there by DeAndre Jordan. We'll see what transpires after that hit. Clean hit, though, in the corner.
Yeah, and you look at Sean Plonsky on the weak side, flip the stick of a Beaver right out of his hand, so UNLV not afraid to play that physical game.
Beavers having some trouble here getting it out of their own zone right now. Cochran will control, no, it turned back. Nick Flanders getting bodied by Neufeld. Puck went off of the stick, trying to go out front! And a nice save there by Bukowski as he got a piece of it and went over him. Beavers just hanging on right now, like I mentioned, as Neufeld got him back there on that hit on in the corner.
Yeah, credit UNLV right now. As the puck goes out of play, right down into the corridor road, all the way down through that little tunnel there. But if you're, as we get a little bit of extracurriculars there, if you're UNLV, this is the type of response you're expecting from a team who's ranked number 10 nationally. You knew they weren't going to sit back. They realized there's a lot of hockey left to be played, and they've taken the lead in shots right now, 14-13, and have Minot State absolutely on their heels. And if you're the Skating Rebels, you've done everything but score more than just one, because they probably could have had about 3 or 4 just in the first 5 minutes of this period.
Bassell, a soft, gets it right in on Bukowski. He takes that one in the crest and hangs on for a face-off.
Yeah, Joshua Bukowski is going to be absolutely crucial to the Beavers' success right now, as they're just trying to weather the storm, and you gotta love the push if you're UNLV. And you gotta love to see it at the early part of the second period, not wasting any time. And if you're Minot State, just gotta keep it simple here, get pucks off the glass and get back to the speed game that makes you successful.
Poirier goes across DD to Johnson. Johnson made a bad pass, looking for Schuster. No harm, no foul is done. Bukowski looking to stop that behind the end. He slows it up for Johnson. Johnson reverses around for Schuster, but Schuster couldn't get it out. Pass was by Jake Sachs. And the puck is overskated. But the Beavers, Poirier goes off of the glass, off the referee. That is going to be just an, oh no, it's not. They wave it off. Thought it just had enough for icing. Instead, it goes up for Daniel Fisher.
Might have caught a break there with that bounce off the official at the blue line.
That one would have for sure been icing if it didn't hit him. Brett Locke will pick up the puck as he makes his way through center. Trying to get around. Swedlow gets onto the puck. Swedlow with a shot. Had some room upstairs and just missed. Soar will have to peel back in his own zone as the Beavers look to get some chances on here. They're only one shot in the first 7 or 6.5 minutes into this second period.
Yeah, we've been looking to our left through most of this period so far, so Minot State looking to just find some sort of spark in offensive zone time.
Torianumi finds Daniel Fisher at the end of the shift. Jake Sachs hops over the boards to replace him. Jake Sachs pounces on the puck. Now he goes back to the point. Jake Berry. Now he gets it again. Jake Berry through traffic. He's going to go down low for Jake Sachs. Puck hopped over his stick. And now O'Connor can't get it out. Berry holds it in. Goes across for Williams. Williams fanned on it. Jordan Robertson finds Eric Soar. Eric Soar fires a shot. Just went over the glove side of Laganair. See what kind of response Minot State has here as they're getting a little more physical here. Adam Warwick looking to chip that to himself. Knocked out of the air by Kane Toranumi. Turcotte going to the net. It's going to go to Jake Sachs as the two number 12s collide with Fournier, rubbing him out. Warwick with a good hit there. The Beavers might need to rely on Adam Warwick to provide a little bit of a spark here.
Yeah, UNLV is doing such a good job of possessing pucks and keeping that possession with their physical play, blocking out with their bodies, and we've seen their patience and skill that we were missing at the end of that first period.
Here's Fournier, races onto it, chips it to himself, and absorbs a hit there from Jake Berry. Now John gets it, rebound is there, nice save there by Bukowski, and he stops the rebound too.
Yeah, the rebound wasn't able to get on that one early. If he catches that one clean, probably gets in the back of the net. Good save by Kelsey.
Media timeout. The Rebels come back within 2. 11:45 left in period. Number 2, the Beavers lead 4-2. You're listening to Beavers Hockey, the Pro Style Production Network.
businesses we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Thanks to Nutrition Addiction, proud supporter of MSU Beavers hockey.
Welcome back inside the Prostlye Production Network. Beavers hockey. Beavers lead 4-2, and Bukowski's forced to make another save. He's just been absolutely overworked here in this second period. Shots on goal. They got 12 shots so far in this second period. The shots are 12-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Joshua Bykowski, 15 saves on 17 shots for the night. And UNLV, they're a good hockey team, showing their skill off right now, doing everything but find the 2 goals needed to equalize.
Plonsky gets the puck off the draw. Looking to go backdoor. Leichhardt is there to intercept. Leichhardt looking to get it to Cochran. Almost had a breakaway. Davis Sheldon with 2 goals already. Had to sidestep a hit there. Got clipped up. We play on. Joshua Bukowski forcing another save, and a scary collision there. As I think that was Plonsky, the defenseman, who went crashing down to the boards there after the whistle.
Yeah, I heard Wadergear yell something after that hit in the middle of neutral ice, but I think if you're Wadergear and Wyatt Wasselenchuk right now, the thing you're really concerned about is how much time you're spending in your defensive zone right now. But of course, as we know, the Beavers cannot afford another injury. And one way to change the tide here is to hang on to the puck. Right now, it's been all skating Rebels.
You don't like to see a player cutting into the trolley tracks like that, cutting across the grain. You want to see him more go north-south type of play.
Absolutely, especially with a physical team like UNLV.
Drew Carter will pick up the puck. Now he finds Walchuk. Walchuk trying to put it on that. Walchuk with a rebound there. It comes back in front, and it's in the blue paint. Carter will race on it. No hand pass there as the Beavers are first to touch. Carter looking to get some offensive zone time here for this third line. Here's Schuster. Johnson from the point, stopped by Lagunier. Johnson had a good chance there as he makes a nice play into the neutral zone, and I think that was Kane Toranumi who fell there. Johnson with a nice hit there on DeAndre John.
Yeah, Beavers got a break with Toranumi falling there. It would have been a really glorious opportunity had he been able to stay on his feet.
Schuster hits the trailer. Swedlow trying to dance his way through. Swedlow is going to protect the puck. Absorbs a hit from there. Some frustrations kind of setting in for Swedlow there, and you don't really see him get that animated after the whistle there as the net crashed off, and we'll see what kind of response happens with that.
Yeah, interesting for a guy like Joel Swedlow. Obviously, is an assistant captain from Florida to Prairie, but if you met him off the ice, nicest human being that you've ever met. Right now, currently second on the team in points, 8 goals, 7 assists. Pretty even dose of offense either direction for 15 points for this Beavers team. And a Beavers team that does need that offense again. They do hold that 4-2 lead, but UNLV oh so close to cutting that deficit in half with multiple opportunities. Beavers are going to need some offensive spark, and Joel Swedlow might be the guy.
O'Connor gets the puck off the face-off, and he's going to go down low for Cochran. Or, pardon me, who was that? That was Rhett Lockerbie, that nice pass to Carter. Back comes Jake Sachs, trying to throw that one on net, and O'Connor just pushed the UNLV player into his own goaltender.
Yeah, I don't really understand. Paul O'Connor just kind of took the initiative there, and I don't really understand why, because one, why would you push an opposing player over top of your goaltender? I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Doesn't make sense.
It's a bonehead play. It's a bonehead play, and I mean, the puck was nowhere near the front of the crease. I didn't see anything extracurricular that had predicated that. And if you're Paul O'Connor, I think that's just a frustration thing. I mean, I know you're trying to create a spark, but I mean, I don't understand.
They might be short-handed too after that.
I don't understand the plays. You've got Jake Berry that was just all alone in front of the net and had stood in front of Bykowski. I mean, he wasn't in the blue paint. He wasn't really causing a ruckus, and just Paul O'Connor just turned around and gave him a forehand shiver and a cross check right to the face. And man, if you're Wade Revere, you talked about discipline in the pregame show. That's the complete opposite of what you're looking for. No other way to say it. I mean, really no other way to say it. If you're on your heels and you're looking to jump back into this hockey game, I mean, that's a disciplined play that gets you in trouble and allows the team to climb back into the game.
We'll let the refs sort this out. We'll step aside to listen to Beavers Hockey on the Pro Style Production Network.
Steve Funningson, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
O'Connor gets 2 and a 10.
Yeah, looks like Minot State is going to have that extra penalty, putting UNLV on the power play. And like we talked about.
They just put a guy up there on the board.
So we've got 4 Minot State players on the ice, 5 UNLV players right now, no 4s. We've got another body in the box, so we might just have coincidentals here, but highly confused. And if it is even here at 4-on-4, which it looks like it will be, Minot State definitely caught a break there. You know, and if you're Paul O'Connor, especially if you're one of the leaders on this team, wearing that assistant captaincy on your sweater, you've got to be smarter than that. But Beavers catch another break in this hockey game, and right now kind of hanging on for dear life against this Rebels team.
This might be advantage to the Rebels with a lot more open ice. They've been the faster team in the second period as we're back underway as Poirier looking to get it to Wowrick. Wowrick looking to beat out the icing. It's not going to have enough for icing as UNLV in their black road jerseys with the red and white trim, or the silver and red trim. Bykowski steers that into the corner. Tristan Meyer, one of the goal scorers for this UNLV team, is battling with Poirier in the corner. Wowrick will now flip it out. Beavers trying to get it out, and Johnson does just that.
Yeah, Minot State important, like we talked about, not to get involved in the extracurriculars. Make sure when you're stepping up on a hit, it's for the purpose of either setting the tone or making sure you're playing the puck first. Always know where the puck is before your man.
Soar gets hit there, and it goes across to Sheldon. Sheldon absorbs a hit there from Tsunami.
Yeah, I didn't know if that one was offside. It certainly didn't look like it was. And we've got more as the goaltender's stick taken out of the hands by, it looks like, Goal Swebo again.
Nothing happened there, really. The goaltender kind of stuck his stick out, and it, as Swillow went by, and he kind of kicked it out of his hand.
74s are hard to see. Kind of look like twos a little bit if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Catch him just right. That was like, I remember my high school jerseys. We had the Nashville Predators style numbers from back in the day, and I was number 11, but with the stripe in between, it looked like 77.
Yeah.
So it's always tough.
Wheeler finds Lioncar. Lioncar just onside his right lock back for Lioncar, and he wasn't anticipating the pass. And it's flipped up by Sachs for Jared Turcotte to race after Wheeler. Nice little shimmy there. Kirkland and Lioncar will gain the zone. Nice feed. Retlock fires a shot, and he just missed it wide.
Yeah, kind of rare to see a guy like Wheeler up screening in front of the net, but a really nice play all predicated by him, and nice patience to exit the zone cleanly.
Sachs almost overstated the puck there, and now he finds. That's number 13, Davis Savic. Kirkland Linecar will now control behind his net, and Beavers will be back, and the Rebels will be back at full strength. Linecar blows a tire in his own zone. Now he's just going to pass Eric Shore. Look out! Bukowski's forced to make a save. Rebound is there, and Andre John almost had a gift there as it went off of Eric Sore's skate. Face off, it will be to the left of Lagunier, and he just covers up.
Yeah, like you mentioned a little while ago, shots currently 15-2 in this period in favor of UNLV. They've taken control of this hockey game, but one thing that they haven't had control of is that scoreboard. Haven't held a lead yet in this game, 4-2 Beavers currently. But we've seen a little bit more offense from the Beavers in the last couple of minutes, able to maybe turn the tide a little bit.
Drew Carter will take this face off. Rebels go high over the glass, and it's held in by Poirier. High off the glass, I should say, as Carter steals and tries to go up front for Schuster. That's knocked down by Plonty. Quick up to Flanders. Flanders still has the puck. Now he's behind that wraparound chance. Bukowski makes the save with the left toe.
Yeah, that was beautiful edge work by Flanders, able to kind of open up his hips and turn that defenseman inside out.
Kent Walchuk, the assistant captain. That should have been icing there. That was dumped in from well before center. As Poirier will control. He leaves it for Fournier, the captain. Gets tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty. Fournier was hacked down. The Beavers are going to go to the power play as they look to gain some momentum. A power play that was deadly. Their third of the game so far. They're 1 for 2.
Yeah, they have an opportunity to extend this lead, and interesting, we talked about for Minot State, you know, making sure that they don't allow a team to climb back in the game. Now, if you're UNLV, don't allow a team to try to extend that lead.
Yeah.
And Minot State, if you're looking for an opportunity to find that offensive spark and take control back, shift that momentum, what a glorious chance here with 6:52 remaining in the second.
Cochran will take this face off with Linecar and Wowrick on his wings. Up top is Swedlow, but the Rebels can't get it out. Just held in by Swedlow. Swedlow kicks it, holds it in again. Now Cochran will control. Needs some help there as he doesn't get it. Bukowski's going to stop it, and he's going to leave for Swedlow behind the net. He's going to leave for Cochran as Cochran will begin this breakout for the Minot State power play. He's going to go back for Swedlow. Swedlow's going to look to gain the zone here. Now he does, chips it around Plonsky. Now he goes around. Johnson's going to come pinch down to hold it in. Johnson back skates to the blue line. Now Linecar controls. Linecar looking to set up a couple power play goals like he did last night. Johnson from the point goes across to Swedlow. Swedlow fires a shot. Rebound is in the blue paint, and they get an early whistle.
Can't really fault the official on that one.
Yeah, he lost sight of it.
Yeah, had no opportunity to see that puck, but Minot State the best offensive opportunities they've had in the entire period here. And
the second unit will come out with just over a minute left in the power play.
Yeah, a couple of opportunities there. There's Jordan Robertson, who's probably been one of the few physical presences here. We've seen him all weekend. Ability to be physical, strong on draws, big body, of course. And making the setup here with 109 on their third power play of the game for Minot State.
Robertson can't win that face-off. As Poirier looks to get back into the zone. He's turned back there by Jake Berry. Poirier will get it over to Robertson. Robertson fires it into the zone, and 43 seconds left. Look up. The goalie can't cover the puck from behind there. And now he's just rolling around, and it's just all bad. He's getting landed on, and this could get ugly. The goalie's mask is off. Like that. You can't. That actually got called a penalty. Jacob Markstrom got a penalty. He covered the puck at the bottom of the circle, and he got called for a delay of game. So why wouldn't it be different behind the net if the goalie covered it?
I mean, but what are you gonna do if you're legging the air?
You can't cover it.
But what are you gonna do there? You're not gonna just give that puck up on the penalty kill, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit of discombobulation down there behind the net. Sticks were flying, and that's pretty dangerous though. He lost his helmet underneath all that pile. Could have got a skate in the head or something.
If you're legging the air right though, I mean, I don't know a goaltender in any league though who's not gonna try to. I mean, take the penalty, I guess, but you're not gonna give that puck up. When you have no support in front of the net there, of course, and no goaltender in the net, but. Yeah, obviously an absolute mayhem. I wouldn't be surprised if this draw does come outside, as both defensemen from Minot State did come in here. So, but interesting to see how they divvy this up. We do have another UNLV player in the box, and looks like the door for Minot State is going to close. So you might be exactly right here where we might have that minor penalty, as the referees have their notepad out, which is never a good sign as far as penalties are concerned.
We'll step aside and let the refs handle this situation here. You're listening to Beavers Hockey on the Pro Style Production Network.
Systems go for lunch. Frequent supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knob. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We are at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Refs are still sorting this out right now. They got the notebook there. They're going over it right now with the captains right now. Basil Asaf and the assistant captain, Joe Swedlow.
Honestly, I hope they don't have their notepad out if they're trying to figure out how many hours are in 3 days, man. We struggled with that last night. So for all of our listeners, we do apologize. 3 days is 72 hours. We can't do math very well, as we're going to have another Minot State Beaver in the box here. We've got 3 Minot State Beavers. Of course, the initial penalty was listed with 36 seconds left. So we have 4 UNLV players in the box right now, 3 Minot State players, including the original penalty, which has 36 seconds left. A lot of math to sort out, which I'm not good at, so we might need a little bit of help here. And we've still got a couple of guys jawing back and forth at each other. One of the things that I find is interesting is the people at the scorers table right now are trying to get both players to calm down, and it's not going to work, man. I mean, you could probably hear him right now picked up on our mics here as he's telling them to calm down. Obviously, the scorers tables can reference to the officials for the misconducts or that sort of thing, but right now we've got...
Yeah, I hear Swedlow's trying to calm Poirier down so he doesn't get an extra penalty there.
Yeah, Poirier, kind of one of those guys, got a pretty nice set of hair on him.
He does, yeah, nice hockey hair.
Yeah, absolutely. If he played in Minnesota, would probably be on the all-hair team there, but obviously this, I mean, if you're UNLV right now, maybe this is a good chance to stop the momentum that Minot State was finally starting to build there, but...
Got that, Monix? Nope. Great.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's an issue when the officials are still talking and you've got gloves on the ice as guys that are changing equipment. It kind of looks like picture day out there on the ice, where we've got a lot of fanfare and charade going on right now, and I think all these guys just want to play hockey, as captain for UNLV, is going to make his way back across the ice there in Basil Asaf. You got UNLV players on the blue line there stretching out, trying to stay loose because these stoppages are never great.
Wade Regere's got the team huddled around there.
Interesting that this thing all started with a goaltender who lost his footing behind the net.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
And you talk about hockey, all these people who say that momentum doesn't exist. Well, this is just a major hiccup in a game that has had a lot of flow, and it all starts with a simple little play of a goaltender losing any sort of footing on a blade an eighth of an inch thick.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about a game of less than inches. What a fascinating game, of course. Obviously, we're very privileged to be up here and calling the game. And as we're still trying to divvy it out, looks like faceoff is going to be at the blue line in front of the Minot State bench. Of course, as we surmise, faceoff coming out of the zone because the defenseman did step in. So we've got 4 Beavers on the ice right now. 4 UNLV players, so it looks like, no, we've got 5 Beavers. I can't count. See, told you math, man.
That's Swedlow's on the ice right there. Should be a 5-on-4.
Maybe dual coincidentals we got going on here.
Yeah, the Beavers on the power play for 8 seconds, and then that will be it.
Yeah, Nick Holberg's got here. A couple calls.
We'll listen into
That's Underwood. 5 minutes for fighting in a game disqualification.
We got a 5 and a major there.
Penalty was called on Beavers skater number 78, David Sheldon. 5 minutes for fighting in a game disqualification. That's Sheldon of the Beavers.
Interesting. I didn't really see any gloves fall off there, and for enough to get kicked out. His Lankar will control. Lankar trying to go back towards. Wow, almost had a goal there.
And of course, that will end David Sheldon's bid for the hat trick.
Yep.
He's done for the night. 2 goals.
Cochran and Plonsky getting into it. Rebound is there. Lankar humped over his stick, and Cochran and Plonsky going at it in front of the net. Lankar. Soar holds it in, flips it down, low for Wowrick. This is going to announcement right now from Hallberg. Here's DeAndre John. Penalty coming up. Slashing should be the call here. A little bit of a lazy penalty there behind the play. It was a 2-on-2 break. Slashing is the call. Adam Lauer kind of baited him into that one.
Yeah, Minot State's going to get another power play here. And interestingly enough, the last time that the UNLV Rebels were in this building, the Friday night match, of course, we did have the Adam Lauer and Jake Sachs incident, of course, and that game was very, very chippy. And then they came back on Saturday and had a large speed game, as we've got Legan here talking to the official, wondering why in the world that was called. But, some of the other things haven't been called. And
oh, I love when players get into it with players, and boys will be boys all the time. But the Beavers get a power play looking to extend the lead to 3. Here's Eric Soar as the Beavers look to set up here. The second unit will start. As here's Rhett Locke trying to go backdoor. Here is Carter, went off of a stick, held in by Eric Soar. Nice play there.
Yeah, that's a puck that's got to get out if you're UNLV.
Drew Carter trying to go down low for Fournier. Fournier battling there. Soar looks to hold it in again. Over for Wheeler. Fournier walks the line. Getting hacked and the wrist there. And we'll play on.
Yeah, a couple of healthy whacks on that
Yeah.
one.
Soar for the point. Tipped in front and swing and a miss goes Rhett Locke. Out front, Fournier goes over the glove of Lagunier. Back to the point. Wheeler getting some power play time with O'Connor in the penalty box. Here is out front. Fournier bangs away and in. It did go into the net. We got some more rough stuff as this is turning into a rivalry. And then these two teams just do not like each other. That's for sure. The books might be out again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolute mayhem down there. And I think the thing that's really interesting is all that happened was the initial shot came in and Lagunier was able to corral it in his stomach. And I think, all Minot State did was just try to step up in the crease, make sure there was no rebound. And then it was a football scrimmage there. Just a couple of tackles going on. Face off again here should be outside because defenseman came in again. But We've got a couple of bodies exiting the box, and it just seems like those doors that only swing in one direction or the other for the penalty boxes are now looking like revolving doors. Currently is what penalty filled affair, and
it doesn't look like no penalties are going to come from that. The refs will let them play on as the faceoff will come outside. Beavers have exactly 1 minute left in the power play, and the first unit hops over the boards for the Beavers. Swedlow will control.
not surprised that officials didn't divvy anything out.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty even, and it took a very long time to divvy out the last one.
Cochran gets to the zone. Swedlow now over to Linecart. Linecart looking to go back door. Swedlow had a chance and hopped over his stick. Cochran will go back down low for Warwick. Warwick into the hash marks. Now goes back for Swedlow. Slap pass. Johnson now intercepted by the oncoming forechecker. Johnson turns back, getting harassed by Paxton Malone. Here's Swedlow getting hooked from behind. A little bit of a hold there from behind. He got away with one there as Warwick will control at the top of the point. Warwick will go down low for Cochran. Linecart sneaking in back door a little bit. Blocks the clearing attempt, and Warwick will race onto it. That will do it for the power play as the UNLV Rebels are back to full strength. Linecart still controls, goes over to Johnson. Johnson has some room to walk in. Nice save there by Lagunier, and he hangs on with 2:09 left in the second period.
Interestingly enough, you'll have to fact check me on this, but I don't think UNLV has had a power play in this hockey game. Actually, a lot of coincidental plays, but I think if my tally is correct.
No, they don't.
And
power plays are 4 to nothing.
Right, that's what I have my tally as. I totally could be wrong as we've had a penalty filled affair, but Minot State.
But mostly coincidental.
Yep, Minot State catching the better of the breaks in terms of special teams.
Walchuk almost got hit there by Eric Williams. Now Walchuk will race after it. He's bracing himself for impact there again. Fournier will control, shakes off Plonsky behind the net. Still controlling the captain, doing some work, took a stick up high. And it's going to be held in by Walchuk. Steered aside by Lagunier. Trying to go up front, not a bad idea there from, I think that was Kent Walchuk who shot that one. Nice hand-eye there by Eric Sohr. That's why you practice that in warm-ups. It's going to be no high stick as the UNLV Rebels were the first to touch.
Yeah, interesting, both of these teams, they're so fast and so quick that we've seen so much clutch and grab and slashing and hacking and whacking because all of these players, if they only get one step on their opponent, they're just able to turn and burn with their acceleration.
Sachs races onto it. Tori Numi going to the net. Bukowski with his first save in a while, it seems like.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been looking to our right in the latter half of this second period. Minot State with the better of the pressure.
1 minute left in the second period. No icing as Rhett Locke pounces on to the loose puck, and he was looking to pass to Eric Sohr. Nice save there. Rebound was in the vicinity there as it comes back to Mizzullo. Mizzullo trying to go up front there. Bukowski may have steered that one into the corner.
Yeah, that initial shot. Beautiful save by Bukowski. Nice wrist shot on the blocker side.
Trying to go out front for Tori Numi. Icing will be the call with 26.7 seconds left.
Yeah, if you're the Beavers, finish this last 27 seconds of this period and realize that you've weathered a pretty strong UNLV storm and able to come away with this, still holding a narrower lead than when you started the period, but 4-2 is not a bad spot to be entering the third period if you're Wade or Deere and company.
Beavers will just look to get out of this with a 2-goal lead. Goes back to the point. That one was blocked by Sohr. That goes out of play, and the face-off will remain to the right of Bukowski with 18.1 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, shots currently 23-17 in favor of the Rebels. The Rebels thoroughly were out shooting Minot State handily in that first half of the period, but since probably about the 8-minute mark of this period, I think they've only had 3 or 4 shots on net, so Minot State able to turn the momentum a little bit and hang on to their lead.
Wheeler gets it back up to the point. Under 10 seconds left is just going to go back. Sohr's just going to reverse it around for Swedlow, and he's just going to ice it, and there might be one more face-off here. There will with 1.9 seconds left, and they might pull the goaltender here.
Yeah, interested to see if there's gamesmanship there. Looks like that's
Yeah, they are. They are going to pull him with 1.9 left.
Yep.
They'll go 6-on-5 here.
Never a bad move. A little bit of gamesmanship. We even saw in the women's game today in a 9-1 contest. The team with one pulled their
No,
goals.
that wasn't with 9. That wasn't like 13.
9. It was 9.
Oh, was it 9? End of the second period.
Correct.
That's right.
I told you I'm not much of a math guy, but I'm getting there.
Jake Sachs looking for a face-off off the draw. He got the shot he wanted. This put it high and wide as Bukowski stood tall in that second period.
Yep.
Let one sneak by him, but the Beavers still have a 4-2 lead heading into period number 3. We'll be back for the First International Bank and Trust Intermission Report. You're listening to Beavers Hockey on the Pro Style Production Network.
First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Planet Pizza. All systems go for lunch. Frequent supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
Hi, my name is Marshall Kanam. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. It's time to make sure your holiday gifts arrive on time and unbroken. It's why at the UPS store we offer our pack and ship guarantee. We can pack, ship, insure your item, and get it there on time. 100% guaranteed. If anything were to happen, you're covered, and so is your package. So ship away for the holiday. For the finest in packing and shipping, the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
ProStyleProduction.com. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network has been made possible by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Souris Valley Dental, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Thrifty White Drug, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Vibetta Orthodontics, Bremer Bank, Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, First International Bank and Trust, Tecta America Dakotas, Elevation, First Western Bank and Trust, and Pro Style Production DJ Services. Stay up to date with the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network at ProStyleProduction.com.
Listen, your wedding day is the biggest day of your life. That's why you need to talk with Nick Holberg from Pro Style Production DJ Services. The experience, the voice, the setup, you won't be disappointed. 15 years of big arena hosting, announcing, and DJing speaks for itself. PSP DJ Services also handles premier events, reunions, or parties. Call 833-1007 or visit ProStyleProduction.com to book now. PSP DJ Services, make your event Pro Style.
At Premier Chiropractic, we are dedicated to achieving the best results possible for our patients through the most cutting-edge advances in natural healthcare today. Improving movement, function, and health, improving life.
Call to schedule your appointment today.
ProStyleProduction.com. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network has been made possible by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Souris Valley Dental, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Thrifty White Drug, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Pibetta Orthodontics, Bremer Bank, Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, First International Bank and Trust, Tecta America Dakotas, Elevation, First Western Bank and Trust, and Pro Style Production DJ Services. Stay up to date with the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network at ProStyleProduction.com.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network is brought to you by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Shields, Buffalo Wild Wings, Pibetta Orthodontics, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Bremer Bank, the Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, United Agronomy, Homesteaders, First Western Bank and Trust, Granite Springs, and First International Bank.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Hi, my name is Marshall Kanam. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. It's time to make sure your holiday gifts arrive on time and unbroken. It's why at the UPS store we offer our pack and ship guarantee. We can pack, ship, insure your item, and get it there on time. 100% guaranteed. If anything were to happen, you're covered, and so is your package. So ship away for the holiday. For the finest in packing and shipping, the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
ProStyleProduction.com.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network is brought to you by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Shields, Buffalo Wild Wings, Pibetta Orthodontics, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Bremer Bank, the Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, United Agronomy, Homesteaders, First Western Bank and Trust, Granite Springs, and First International Bank.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work. Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza.
My name is Marshall Knop. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. It's time to make sure your holiday gifts arrive on time and unbroken. It's why at the UPS store we offer our pack and ship guarantee. We can pack, ship, insure your item, and get it there on time. 100% guaranteed. If anything were to happen, you're covered, and so is your package. So ship away for the holiday. For the finest in packing and shipping, the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
ProStyleProduction.com. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network has been made possible by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Souris Valley Dental, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Thrifty White Drug, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Vibetta Orthodontics, Bremer Bank, Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, First International Bank and Trust, Tecta America Dakotas, Elevation, First Western Bank and Trust, and Pro Style Production DJ Services. Stay up to date with the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network at ProStyleProduction.com.
Listen, your wedding day is the biggest day of your life. That's why you need to talk with Nick Holbert from Pro Style Production DJ Services. The experience, the voice, the setup, you won't be disappointed. 15 years of big arena hosting, announcing, and DJing speaks for itself. PSP DJ Services also handles premier events, reunions, or parties. Call 833-1007 or visit ProStyleProduction.com to book now. PSP DJ Services, make your event Pro Style.
At Premier Chiropractic, we are dedicated to achieving the best results possible for our patients through the most cutting-edge advances in natural healthcare today. Improving movement, function, and health, improving life.
Call to schedule your appointment today.
ProStyleProduction.com. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network has been made possible by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Souris Valley Dental, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Thrifty White Drug, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Vibetta Orthodontics, Bremer Bank, Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, First International Bank and Trust, Tecta America Dakotas, Elevation, First Western Bank and Trust, and Pro Style Production DJ Services. Stay up to date with the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network at ProStyleProduction.com.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knop. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We are at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network is brought to you by IMM, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Premier Chiropractic, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Shields, Buffalo Wild Wings, Vibetta Orthodontics, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Bremer Bank, the Minot Hockey Boosters, the UPS Store, Planet Pizza, United Agronomy, Homesteaders, First Western Bank and Trust, Granite Springs, and First International Bank.
Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Beavers just about set here to take the ice. About 4 minutes left. A lot of extracurricular. It started with a meaningless fall behind the net by the goaltender and a melee just assumed. Sheldon got kicked out of the game. 5 minutes for fighting. A UNLV player also got kicked out for fighting. And it seemed to be just scrum after scrum in that second period, kind of slowed down the gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. Very different in contrast to the first 10 minutes of this hockey game when we just saw some high-flying offense. Shots currently 23-17 in favor of the Rebels, who did control the better part of that second period, I would say. Might not had a good response late there, but the scoreboard does read Beavers 4, Rebels 2, and that's the part that counts. If you might not stay at a good spot to be heading into the third period, expect a pretty strong storm, a pretty strong push for UNLV to start this period, I would imagine, but yeah, the pace of play has really slowed down. We don't have any penalties on the board right now, so we'll have to see if the speed game takes over, if we'll have even more extracurriculars. But tell you what, the fans here at Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena have sure been in for a treat thus far.
Yeah, the Beavers outshot in that period by a large margin. They outshot the Rebels 12-5 after the first period, and they ended up getting almost reversed. I mean, they had about it was 17-5 in that second period. 18-5, yeah.
18-5 in that second period, which is in stark contrast to 17-5 in favor of the Beavers in the first period. So a tale of two periods, one for each team, just like we talked about, the execution for Minot State, which is something that we haven't seen early in games from these Beavers teams in years past. But hey, Wade Regier and his team will take it, and looking pretty good as Regier and Wasilechuk already on the bench there. Looking good. They've got, of course, the November poppies out on their suits, of course, as a lot of people around the stands do, a lot of Canadian fans especially. So always good to see the poppies out.
For Remembrance Day next weekend. We also get Monday off school for Veterans Day, and that's always nice to get a break and embrace what they did. It's a very important day for the United States of America and in Canada. So it's always nice to reflect on what they've done for our country.
Yeah, and you look at Remembrance Day. How about remembering Iowa State as they come to town, the team that Minot State did beat for the national championship. So obviously very important as far as that is concerned.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's going to be back-to-back huge weekends for MSU, and they play UNLV this weekend, and then a huge matchup next weekend against Iowa State. It should be an absolute doozy.
Yeah, important. It's going to be a tough stretch. Good test for these Minot State Beavers, but the task at hand right now, 44 seconds from puck drop here, as Minot State needs to close out a win here on home ice, up 4-2 as we enter the third period. Expect a good push back from number 10 nationally ranked UNLV. It's going to be a good one. Buckle up your seatbelts and enjoy the ride, folks, because Blake Friars and Noah Grant do have the call as we've got puck drop, Pepsi Rink, Mesa Arena. Getting ready to rock and roll.
What are you trying to accomplish here?
Here's the thing. My play-by-play guy in St. Cloud always says this. He always gives me an intro. He goes, Blake, are we ready for Beavers hockey? And every time I got to come up with something different. So, Mr. Friars.
That's kind of tough.
Mr. Friars, are we ready for some Minot State hockey?
Oh, we are, man. I think it's going to be a good period for Minot State here. The key for the Beavers here is to stay out of the penalty box. I mean, you can't give UNLV any more power play opportunities.
Yeah, it's interesting too. Is you look at UNLV. Of course, they're in their all blacks, and I can't really tell if that color is It's kind of a red, kind of salmon
Yeah.
color. Obviously, it's a little bit different when you look on their Twitter page, their media page. Of course, their media, their UNLV Twitter page. Skating Rebels Twitter does a fantastic job, as do
the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the funniest Twitter accounts. If you don't follow them, give them a follow for sure. The Vegas Golden Knights and the LA Kings both do a fantastic job with their Twitter accounts. You got to shut down this line right now, though, as Sachs and Torianumi. Here come the Beavers as we're underway here in the third period. Good shot on net there to get an offensive zone face-off for Minot State.
Yeah, never a bad idea to shoot the puck, and if Minot's in the offensive zone, that means the other team doesn't have the puck or can't score from that end. So if you're the Beavers and head coach Wade Gear right now, you're more than content to hang out in the zone, but put your foot on the gas pedal early, see if you can pop one quick and take UNLV out of it.
Face-off is won by the Rebels, and gotta watch that free hand there as big hit there in the zone, and it's going to be controlled by UNLV. Dumped in on Bukowski. He's going to stop that one with his catching glove and hangs on 30 seconds in. The Rebels will have an offensive zone face-off.
A little surprised here, Friday night crowd. I do know it's Veterans Day, so I'm sure people have gone home, maybe some students for the weekend, but maybe not the crowd they were expecting, but I would imagine.
Last couple weekends, it's been a little down, but
hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. I would be shocked if that Iowa State series doesn't draw a raucous
might
crowd.
be packed. I mean, home opener was nearly sold out here at the Pepsi Rink for the banner raising ceremony. That was a time.
What a time
for
to
sure.
be alive.
Absolutely, you know, raising that banner, it gave me chills. I mean, being a part of this team and watching them, you know, lose to an unranked Utah team as Swedlow's in. Takes a shot, rebound is there, and Robertson swung and missed. But as I was mentioning, watch the team lose to an unranked Utah team on home ice and storm back and win 20 of the last 23 games in the season and en route to a national championship. What a ride that was.
Absolutely, and you talk about a miss against Utah. How about that miss about Jordan Robertson? You want that's a home run cut right there.
Baseball's over though,
yeah.
so no points there.
That's a Toronto Blue Jays Jose Bautista.
Swinging a miss, bat flip there.
Yeah, absolutely. But good idea, shooting for a rebound and crashing the net, just unable to find that reward in a goal there.
Face-off will be in the neutral zone in front of the Beavers bench. The face-off is won by the Beavers. That was Cochran on the draw. And Cochran started as a winger, and he's kind of moved into the middle now. Maybe that was just for that face-off. We'll keep an eye on that. Leichhardt goes high off the glass and out. Carter will race after it, and Polonsky will pass to Flanders. Flanders is into the Beavers zone, just onside. He drops, fires a shot. Bukowski makes a save. Rebound is there. They bang away at it, and it's cleared away by the Beavers.
Yeah, good clear by the Beavers defenseman there as that rebound was all alone. Bukowski was swimming. Good for his defensive core to pick him up there.
Leichhardt chops that one out of midair, and back comes Flanders. Flanders with Johnson all over him. He staples him to the boards, and Johnson will steal the puck on his backhand now. He turns it over. He kind of took a spill there as Leichhardt will control, and he swats it to the other side. Just held in. No, it's not. Cochran steals. Goes off of the skate of Fournier, and it goes back into the zone. Fournier looking to steal. Took a couple of healthy whacks there. It's held in momentarily. Now it's flipped out. Soar passes over to Connor Schuster. Jake Sachs took that one in the head. Rebound is there for Schuster. That's Kent Walchuk. He spun and fired that one. And Lagunier is going to take that one in the crest and hang on for a face-off just under 2.5 minutes into this third period.
Yeah, you got this line right now. Schuster, Fournier, and Walchuk. And Schuster and Walchuk, of course, have had somewhat limited minutes, of course, being down in that bottom six, but boy, have they provided a spark plug of energy for Wade Regier and this Minot State team this weekend.
You're talking that fourth line?
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. That fourth line's probably been one of the Beavers' best lines the first two games this weekend. Kent Walchuk with Schuster and Fournier.
Of course, Blake Fournier, the captain of this team,
Yeah.
always leading by example.
Always finishes his checks and sets a great example, like you mentioned there. Cochran kind of tripped his man to the boards. A cross check there by Jake Sachs there as Cochran didn't like that hit on Adam Wowrick. Oh, that's a dirty play.
Yeah, like a slew foot behind the play there.
How did they miss that?
Yeah, of course, we've had so much extracurricular plays going on here.
Boy, like that was right in front of the referee. He kind of just, that could tear your ACL, and that was Cochran. He just had an ACL injury.
Yeah, always tough. If you're wearing the stripes, not an envious job, of course. Never know if they're looking up the ice, trying to track so much, but
Robertson
tough they
finishes his hit. Pardon me for cutting you off there as they go back to the point there as UNLV players slow to get up.
Yeah, important if
O'Connor lets one go the point, tipped in front by Wowrick. He almost had his 13th of the year.
Yeah, important if you're both of these teams. Don't let this game get out of hand either. Obviously, Minot State especially cannot afford to have anybody else on the injured list right now.
Story. That was Eric Soar. Rhett Locke trying to poke the puck loose. Now some more bodies hitting the ice.
As you can probably clearly tell from our ice mics, you can clearly hear both of these benches very adamant with the officiating, of course.
It's actually pretty good. We got our mics turned up pretty loud with the music going in here, and you can hear a lot. You can hear sticks, you can hear F-bombs, you can hear a little bit of everything up here in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, it's not our Division I XLRs with our ice mics, but you guys do a fantastic job here. I think actually with the resources you guys have, the way that you guys are able to pull off the broadcast, people don't understand how hard it is to do it with the resources that you guys have. You're not given those Division I qualities, and you guys pull off a very professional broadcast and should be very proud of what you do.
Plonsky goes D to Connor Hetzel. Plonsky gets the return feed. Now he's looking to go up for Tristan Mayer. Turned back by Cochran. Now Lykar got cut off there by Plonsky and chips it into the Beaver zone. Johnson there. He gets around Meyer. Now Poirier will race after it. UNLV player lost an edge. Poirier got to get that puck out, and eventually it does. Drew Carter looking to get it into the UNLV zone. Lykar forces a turnover. Now here's Drew Carter looking to go for Cochran again. Lykar finishes his hit in the corner. At the end of a shift, he's got to get back on the back check. Fournier finishes his check and takes a whack in the shin pads.
Yeah, in terms of the play right now, not a whole lot going on for either side. And if you're Minot, I suppose you're content.
Yeah, you're happy with that. Absolutely. You're up 4-2. Walchuk tags up on side, and the puck goes back into the UNLV zone.
Kind of wild to think that we went almost 7 minutes before we shot.
Oh, nice save there by Bukowski. Off the stick of Paxton Maloney. Catches that with the glove.
Kind of crazy to think we've spent almost 7 minutes before our first shot in this hockey game, and Joshua Bukowski with a save on the first shot we've seen in a couple minutes at least. Bukowski's been strong in this hockey game. Really had a very impressive start to the second period for him to keep Minot State into it when they were on the ropes and UNLV was trying to climb back in. They were only able to garner one goal in that second period.
Yeah, Beavers scored 4 goals in the first period. And UNLV's slowly climbing back in this hockey game. Robertson chips it into the zone. Locke, or pardon me, that's Donsko. As the crowd picks up here, slap shots, Swiss doing some giveaways. High into the air, O'Connor lets it go over his head. Now he's gonna chop it out of the zone. Robertson's there. Wowrick was looking for the pass. Back comes John. John cuts to the middle, fires a shot. He's been pretty dangerous, I must say.
Yeah,
he's had a couple chances. Oh, big hit by Adam Wowrick as he's slow to get up. That was number 14, Jake Barry, as the two number 14s collided, and Wowrick got the best of Barry there.
Yeah, Jake Barry still kind of hunched over a little bit. Don't know if his head maybe hit the boards.
It was a nice, clean hit, hockey hit, though.
Very nice, clean hit, but always tough to see players a little shaken up, but he's got the puck right now.
And I don't know what it is. Maybe Adam Wyrick's so small, they don't expect to get hit by him like that, but he hits like a truck.
Yeah, he's able to use his leverage and attack center of gravity on opposing players and able to unleash a devastating shoulder.
Here's Fournier, chips it into the zone, takes a hit from number 13 and got him in the face mask, and there is going to be a penalty coming up. What's going on here? Fournier was checked into the bench there, and he's going to get the only penalty. As Fournier, you don't really see him take penalties like that after the play is gone down, and he gets a roughing. Minor and the Beavers, like I mentioned, they got to stay out of the penalty box, and the UNLV Rebels have a chance to get back within one.
Yeah, they've got their first power play of the evening. We've seen a lot of coincidentals. This power play clicking at 13%. Beavers penalty kill climbed to 88% yesterday, so.
Drew Carter looking to win that face-off. It goes back for Williams. Now to Toranumi. Now goes to Jared Turcotte. Here is John. DeAndre John cuts it in the middle. John into the middle. Fires a shot. Just missed. Boy, he's had a couple unbelievable chances. Here's Williams back for John. John forechecking in. Poirier gets it around him. He goes off the boards. Can't get it out. That puck's got to get out if you're Poirier. He got hit up high. Now he's going to head to the bench for a line change.
Yeah, UNLV just not able to set up right now. Minot State doing a good job of being aggressive, emphasizing the point of entry for UNLV.
Turcotte passes it down for Plonsky. Back for Turcotte. Carter had a chance to get it out, and he does on a second chance. And Jake Sachs, the dangerous Jake Sachs, that is, heads onto the ice. He scored the Rebels' first goal of the night on a beautiful shot over the glove of Bukowski in that first period.
Yeah, Jake Sachs, always a dangerous player. Tied for the team lead in points right now with 12.
Plonsky will control the assistant captain. Fires it up to Tristan Mayer. That's going to be no icing as he chipped it in off his skate. That's Soar roughing up Meyer behind the net. O'Connor gets it up to Robertson, and he has loads of time to get it out, and he's going to flip it all the way down the ice there as he was hit by Plonsky, and he's going to head to the bench for a line change. Here's Mayer. Getting pressured by Locke. Bukowski comes out to stop it, and Johnson will send it all the way down the ice, and that will do it. The Beavers will kill it off. Beavers are 1 for 1 on the kill, and that penalty kill will climb from 88% to a little bit higher to 90. Look out there is a swat by Rhett Locke, and
if you're like in your, I understand the response there, a little bit of wheels up, of course, but Minot State does lead 4-2.
Beavers lead 4-2, like you mentioned. 10:29 to go in the third period. Shots on goal are 26-21 in favor of the Rebels. We'll step aside here. You're listening to Beavers Hockey in the Pro Style Production Network.
Consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Beavers have an offensive zone face-off. Kirkland goes forward to the draw, trying to go for Warwick scores! What a set play off the face-off as Warwick puts home his 13th of the season on a set face-off play by Lykar. What a pretty play that was.
Yeah, Adam Warwick able to bat that puck out of midair, just going underneath the bar. And as a goaltender, if you're legging here, you have nothing that you can absolutely do on that play. Obviously, a really nice drive to the net, floating a puck to the crease. Good things happen when you go to the net. And what an insurance goal right now with 10:26 to play on their 22nd shot of the game.
Wow.
Minot State 5, Rebels 2.
That's why you practice those face-off plays in
And it's why you
practice.
Why you practice hand-eye coordination as well.
Absolutely,
Very
warm-ups.
Nice, very nice skill play as Adam Wowrick gets his team leading 17th point and 13th goal of the season.
Lykar waiting for Wowrick to tag up.
Adam Wowrick right now, a goal per game player, 13 goals in his 13th game. As we get a whistle hit, didn't really catch.
Penalty coming up, high sticking penalty coming up. It's gonna be number 14 going to the box, I think. High sticking is the call. Beavers will go to another power play, looking to get it going here again and extend the lead to 4.
Yeah, it's going to be Jake Berry, of course, who was the recipient of that high and hard hit near the Planet Pizza logo in front of the Minot State bench, and obviously not happy with the call, but if you're UNLV right now, you really need this kill if you have any hope of climbing back in this game. Big opportunity here for Minot State.
Lykar wins it back on his backhand this time. Swedlow couldn't get anything going there. Cochran pressuring him. Goes all the way down the ice. Johnson will stop it at the bottom of the circles. Swedlow will control and hopped over his stick, and now he's going to reverse around for Johnson. Johnson's going to stop it with his skate. Now passes to Landon Cochran. Landon Cochran drops it off for Swedlow. An aggressive penalty kill here by the Rebels.
Yeah,
The Beavers still have yet to get over the blue line.
Yeah, and rightfully so. UNLV maybe thinking to take a chance or two, try to find a shorthanded goal.
Swedlow gallops his way to the offensive zone, trying to go end-to-end. He's tripped up, and it goes right to the goal. How is that not a penalty? Kind of stuck his leg up there.
I don't know. I mean, you got to understand, though, as an offensive forward, when you're trying to cut through two defenders like that, there's obviously bound to be some incidental contact. I mean, I didn't see anything malicious where there were sticks, but obviously a really nice move, and if you're Minot State, you got to love that aggressiveness, trying to make that move and go to the front of the net. Wasn't able to draw the call, but of course power plays 5-1 in favor of Minot State, but what an opportunity.
Cochran and the UNLV defender going to go off for coincidental penalties. 10-minute misconducts each way. So they're done for the game.
Yeah, done for the game unless UNLV finds a way to get a kill and grab 3 in the next 9:22. Blake Fournier is wondering why this is going on. We've got an extra UNLV player that's going into the box too. Could be number 26.
26. Yeah, they're going to leave the game here.
That's going to be number 26, Hunter Mazzillo. Is going to take a walk down the tunnel, and he's the only one that I've seen that's gone down the tunnel here. We've seen everybody else in the box here, so.
We'll take a break and let the refs sort this out. You're listening to Beavers Hockey on the Pro Style Production Network.
First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Face off to the left, or to the right of Laguerre. Soar will control. The Beavers will be on the power play. Soar with a shot, just missed. Fournier. Beavers are still on this power play for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Back up to the point. Here's O'Connor. Over for Rhett Locke. Remember, the Beavers are without Davis Sheldon on this second unit. O'Connor wants the one-timer. Went all high and wide. Soar looking to hold it in. Rhett Long goes up to the point. Soar one timer, he fanned on it. And it almost worked out there as Robertson had a chance there.
Penalty was called on Beavers skater
Here's Fournier.
Attempted misconduct.
Now Eric Soar walks the line a little bit. And now he'll go across to Retlock back up top. The defenseman O'Connor's gone down low now. Now he'll peel back up top. Back to the point. Eric Soar, touch pass over for Robertson, hopped over his stick. He's going to look to chop it and hold it in. Soar goes down to one knee, holds it in with his glove. Knocked out of midair there by number 7, Paxton Malone. And the UNLV kill off a huge penalty there and to keep somewhat in this game.
Yeah, our public address announcer Nick Holbert did announce Hunter Mazzillo exited the game for abuse of officials with a game misconduct. So
Really? Wow.
So not
So it might be a suspension for tomorrow's game.
absolutely never good. Of course, he's got 3 goals, 3 assists, and 13 games on the back end. But obviously, abuse of officials never tolerated.
Here comes Jared Turcotte up the middle, fires a shot, rebound is there for Turcotte. It's swatted away by Johnson. Kane, Torinumi trying to poke it away. It goes down low. Torinumi put that one in net. Johnson puts it high off the glass and out. And Walchuk hits Plonsky into the boards in front of the Beavers bench. Poirier will control. He's flushed out by Torinumi. Schuster looking to find Kent Walchuk, but Williams stepped up and Turcotte will fire that one into the zone. Shots on goal are 26-23. The Beavers lead 5-2. Here's Connor Schuster, gets over the red line, gets it deep, and he's going to peel off and head to the bench on a line change. Nice block there. Here's Adam Mark again, drops for Fournier. Fournier's going to chip it into the corner and chase after it. Fournier forces the turnover, wraparound chance there. Fournier still has it behind the net. Wowrick chops it, looking for Fournier, and Carter's going to get in on the forecheck. Or pardon me, not Dalton Doskell. It's in on the forecheck. Wheeler picks up the puck, and now he's going to go to Wowrick. Wowrick hits his centerman, Fournier, and it's flipped across to Neufeld. Neufeld will peel back as Wowrick absorbs a hit there, and it looks like he's shaken up a little bit, and now he's going to head to the bench for a line change.
Yeah, maybe just got him. Maybe.
Oh, Beavers had too many men on the ice.
Yeah, maybe that just knocked a little bit of wind out of him. Kind of got hit in the midsection,
Yeah.
but he's been such
In
a
the ribs.
catalyst all weekend. You can just see the maturity in his game, the poise and patience there to be able to, snap a puck into his own slot and break his team out. That's why he leads his team in points.
It's going to be icing against the Rebels as O'Connor is back with 5:49 to go in the third period. The Beavers up 5-2 in what has been a fantastic hockey game, and it's setting the stage for an even better one tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see a little bit less extracurriculars and more of the skill base that both of these teams do bring to the table, because these are 2 high-powered offenses, and always tough when you see penalties kind of negates and takes away from some of that. So, but we still do have 5:49, plenty of opportunity if UNLV can find a quick one here.
Jake Barry will go around to Sachs. Sachs drops for David Sovic. He hasn't had much playing time in this game, and the Beavers have a 3-on-2 over the line. Eric Soar had his stick lifted, and Robertson couldn't connect on that pass. That's probably Sovic's 4th shift of the game.
Yeah, really nice play by Sovito to pick the pocket on that 3-on-1.
Nice chance there. Bukowski makes a huge save on Joe Moeller. Bukowski wasn't tested much in the first period and was very busy in the second period, and hasn't been that busy in this third period.
Yeah, absolutely. With
Been a tale of 2 games.
With 5:07 left in this period, I wouldn't be surprised if you see the Rebels try to really mount a push here down by 3. And if you might not stay right there, that's just a simple play where you've got to make sure you're gaining the red there and getting the puck deep. You can't really have that mental lapse there where you're 5 feet from the red and shooting it off the glass. I don't know if he was just trying to get the angle a little bit sharper, but nonetheless, defensive zone draw.
If you're the head coach of the UNLV Rebels, what time are you looking to pull the goalie?
I'm looking to get one here before anything, but if the score does hold and you decide to pull the goalie, 3-minute mark is definitely what I'm looking at.
Kirkland Lycott will pick up the puck, and he's going to enter the Rebels zone. Just onside there was Drew Carter. Lycott couldn't stop that. Just onside there as Poirier holds it in. Carter's going to get there first. but good play there by Tristan Mayer to chop it out of the zone. Dylan Johnson gets the puck in deep. Now Carter will get after it. Goes to Kent Walchuk along the wall, trying to go down low. Poirier can't hold it in. That's going to go right on Bukowski. It's going to be no icing. Penalty coming up here for cross-checking. I didn't see who it was.
Well, the reaction of Ken Walchuk makes me think it was Ken Walchuk.
Drew Carter.
It's going to be Drew Carter, yep.
UNLV goes back to the power play. Oh, you might maybe see him pull the goalie on this power play here and get a little aggressive down 3 and go a little 6-on-4. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting, of course, as you looks like UNLV is going to take their timeout.
Drop a player, and maybe that is the case, and we'll have to see when we come out of this break. Beavers up 5-2 with 4:20. UNLV about to go to their second power play of the night. You're listening to Beavers Hockey, the Post Down Production Network.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza.
Big defensive zone face-off here and a big penalty kill for Bukowski and the Beavers as Bukowski makes a save. There's Fournier, looks to get the puck out again. Now it goes down low for John. John trying to go up front. Bukowski didn't really know where that was, and Fournier chomps it in midair.
Yeah, if you're UNLV, you're going to have to make sure you've got some established offensive zone pressure before you even think about pulling a goaltender, because with that penalty kill, Minot State does have that opportunity to ice the puck with no
icing.
Yep.
Turanumi as he drops for Meyer. Now he goes up to John.
You just look at Minot State, how well they've done not allowing clean zone entries.
Onside, Turanumi dancing his way through. John was backdoor. Face-off will stay inside the Beaver zone, and both teams look at line changes.
Yeah, if you're Minot State right now, just focusing minute by minute here, you've got a minute 11 here on the kill, so get to that minute 11, it brings you down to about 220, and then get to another minute, and then you only got a minute and change to play. So shift by shift here, probably going to see about one more shift.
Shift by shift, play by play till we're finished.
Absolutely. Kind of how hockey works, yeah?
Yep. I was referencing a movie quote there, but I don't know if you caught on to that. Al Pacino.
No branding here. No free ads.
As the Beavers trying to get it out, Poirier hustling over. Takes a step into his man. Now he gets a chance to get it down the ice, and it's knocked down by Jake Barry. And now he'll turn up ice. Keep an eye on the UNLV goaltender. Under 3 minutes left. Here's Barry. Puts that one in it. Steered aside by Bukowski. Goes to the other side. Took a weird hop there. Bukowski makes a smart play. Pounces on that puck. And hangs on with 2:51 left. And they are going to pull the goalie. With 2:51 left. 32 seconds left in the third period. And the UNLV Rebels will go 6-on-4 here and try to get back within 2.
Yeah, absolutely shocking that we had a goaltender cover a puck and not a scrum afterwards. But our first in a while as UNLV does stack the strong side. 6 skaters on the ice looking for a hope and a prayer here with 2:51 left.
Soar wins it to Kent Walchuk. Kent Walchuk looking to muscle it out. Comes to John. John gets it to Turcotte. Good play there by O'Connor to kill some more time. John comes over the puck, has a guy back door. That was the captain, Benesoff, wide open. Back door, and John couldn't find him the puck. Empty net, like I mentioned, for the UNLV Rebels. Under 10 seconds left in the penalty kill, and Fournier will be out of the box. No icing as John Gets in on the forecheck. The Beavers are at full strength. The Rebels are at 6-on-5. 2:15 left. Shot on net there by Tori Nimi. Empty net for Drew Carter, and he just misses. No icing, no, and Kent Walchuk will get it to Drew Carter. Now he puts it in. Kent Walchuk trying to put it in, and it's sliding effort. Rebound is there, and it's somehow stays out.
Yeah, it was a kick save and a beauty right there.
1:50 left in the third period. The crowd starts to cheer a little bit. Trying to float that one in was Rhett Locke. UNLV needs a goal real quick. Here comes Paxton Malone, gets into the zone. Paxton Malone trying to go wide, had some room upstairs, went off Pekelski's shoulder and out of play with 1:31 left in period number 3.
Yeah, starting to finally see a little bit of second wind and urgency from UNLV, but it might be a little, too late. Obviously, I think if UNLV was able to find maybe one more in that second period and continue the offensive pressure that we've seen in the last 20, 30 seconds or so, just wasn't meant to be.
And in 25 seconds left, here's Jake Sachs. Jake Sachs goes back up top. Fires a shot that's blocked by Neufeld, and Neufeld battles with Sachs. Jared Erickson digging for the puck loose. Now he comes out with it. Jared Erickson, power move to the front of the net. Now it comes to Sean Plonsky. Beavers looking to get to double digits in wins. Right now they are 9-1-2 on the season.
Yeah,
As Plonsky,
yeah, Sean Plonsky
shaking up on the play.
Holding his right wrist, looked like.
Scores! Fournier chips it from the other side of center into the empty net, and that'll feel good for the captain. That will put this game on ice. 6-2 Beavers with 46 seconds left.
Yeah, we'll see if we can catch him in the pregame and see what clubs he has in his bag. I think that was a pitching wedge there, and really nice little chip for a 6-2, and everything is all academic here, but I expect hopefully nothing extracurricular here, but UNLV, this scoreboard does not reflect how good this Skating Rebels team is, and I expect a stronger effort tomorrow and another good hockey game.
Unbelievable hockey game, and probably the biggest test Minot has faced all season long, and they answered the bell. They started as the number 1 team in the nation. They slipped down to number 5, and they're out to prove that they're no joke here in this rankings. As jam play there, Bukowski looking to stop it. Referee loses sight of the puck there, and with 23.5 seconds left to go in the hockey game.
Yeah, you think about UNLV as well. I mean, they're a team that you definitely have to respect. They've built a really great program down there in the Las Vegas area, and like I said, this 6-2 score, if it holds, does not reflect how good this Skating Rebels team is. You take away the first 10 minutes of this hockey game, and it was a deadlock game through most of the rest of the contest.
Shot was blocked in front. Yeah, they had to rely a lot on Bukowski in that second period where they were under siege. Outshot, what was it, 18-5 you said? And Bukowski came up big, and that will do it. The Beavers will improve to 10-1-2 on the season. They will go for the sweep tomorrow night at 7:30. Noah, what did you like from this game tonight?
I like that Minot State was able to battle some adversity and hang on, bend but don't break. I thought that UNLV for the middle portion of this game was the better hockey team, but they just weren't able to capitalize and execute. And one of the things that we haven't seen from Minot State in a while is the ability to execute when they do have that barrage of shots. Quality shots were the key tonight for the Minot State Beavers, able to execute, of course, with a 6-2 victory. One thing I didn't like is the discipline. It's got to be better. I'm sure when we talk with later here tomorrow in the Elevation Coach's Corner, he'll say the exact same thing. But right now, a W is a W, and you'll take it, move on tomorrow, and be ready for a UNLV team that will be much, much better, I think, in the Saturday night matchup.
Beavers will go for the sweep as Holden Kurtz and Eric Adison catching up and chatting. The Beavers will look to go for the sweep tomorrow night, as Saturday night, and the Pepsi rink at Mason Arena should be a packed house here, as hopefully we get a little bit of a crowd, and the Beavers will go for the sweep as they win 6-2. For Noah Grant, I'm Blake Fryer saying so long here from the Pepsi rink here at Mesa Arena.
Number 68, Jordan Robertson. And your number one star in the game tonight for your viewers with 2 goals, including the game winner. Number 78, Dennis Sheldon. Once again, viewers, fans, we thank you for joining us tonight here at the Pepsi Rink. Make sure to join us tomorrow at 7:30.